Hey everyone, how's it going? You absolute legends, you, and welcome to Edge of Legend. Now, you're probably wondering why everyone here looks absolutely breathtaking, and that is because this is the last episode of 2020. Truly something to celebrate! The absolute garbage fire that was 2020. The absolute, I don't know, living poop muck with wings of fire is going to be destroyed. We have survived the poop muck, and we're gonna look damn good doing it. Look how tremendous my players are looking this evening. Look how Rufa is here today, folks. He's even got his crown as king of the dance of Grazie. Look at that.
Honey, you should see me in a crown.
Um, But yeah, we've been through thick and thin and through 35 tremendous episodes. And with 2020 almost done and 2021 around the corner, we have so much more to show you, so many more adventures, and I can't wait to go on those adventures with all of you in the chat. So without further ado, let's introduce everyone, starting with Kylie. That's a lovely pink. Is it pink? Is it white? I can't tell.
Pink.
It's pink-ish. It's like a light baby pink.
Please.
Pink? Is that color?
I think baby pink's a thing. Well, either way, you have a light, lovely baby pink affair that is truly spectacular. Introduce yourself, who you're playing, what your pronouns are, and who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? Speaking of the microphone.
Hello, I am Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really does not matter at this point. I will be playing Shionibus, the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she, her. And this is from the glorious closet of like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, still killing it. Next up, we have the tremendous I don't even know why I'm acting this way, but let's go with it. The tremendous and exemplary Sam Sterling. Please, Sam, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Why, yes, I think fancy accents are required. I'm Sam Stelling, and I am playing Ichipokton Papakui, your favorite spirit instinct barbarian. And our pronouns are she, her. And let me use my tiny cup, my espresso, and...
Ooh. Very lovely. Pinkies up. Full marks. That was terrific. Absolutely. Why am I like this? But we're going to move on. Next up, looking absolutely slaughtering, just tremendous slay all over the place.
I love that.
With our lovely white ensemble and gold necklace, we have Sidney. Sidney, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Yes, quiet. Well, my name is... I can't. Okay. My name is...
I was getting like a Professor McGonagall vibe for a second.
I wish I was Professor McGonagall. She is
Harry
actually
Potter.
gold.
Harry Potter. That's my impression.
Actually, that was pretty good, PJ.
Thank you.
My name is Sidney. I play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and my pronouns are she, her. And this is actually a romper. It's got shorts. It has shorts. Shorts. You can't.
And our viewership just doubled.
No,
Stealth dress.
Shorts.
It's really a romper.
It has shorts. It looks like a dress, but it has shorts. It doesn't have pockets.
We'll get pockets.
Absolutely.
We'll make pockets work. We'll put them in.
Everyone sub so we can get Sidney pockets.
Yes, please. For just the price of a few subs a day, this amazing dress can also have pockets. Look how much stuff she could put into the pockets.
Someone play In the Arms of an Angel. Quick.
I hit my own computer. I think this is the best worst opening we've ever done. Bring it home before this gets even more best worst.
It's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad.
Michael Powell, looking like an absolute legend, walking down the runway, striking a very impressive figure. Please, sir, with your crowned aviators and leopard print akimbo, tell us who you are, who are you playing, what are you wearing, and more importantly, what are your pronouns?
Why, I am Michael Powell, and I play the fabulous Rufa, and my pronouns are he, him, they, them, and I'm wearing a suit by Jeremy. Suit by Jeremy.
Suit by Jeremy. That's wonderful because there's like 90 suits by Jeremy in the Edge of Legend universe. I love it. God, I guess it's my turn. Well, my name is PJ. I'm the GM for Edge of Legend. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing, of course, everyone and every person in between. I'm wearing a blue number that I bought a long time ago. If you recognize this vest, it's because I wore it in Arcana High back when Maze Arcana was a thing. And this tie, I don't even know where I got it from. I was supposed to wear a different tie, and I found this tie. So there you go. That's what I'm wearing. And if I'm sweating like a pregnant nun by halftime, I'm going to change to a tank top like a slob. But before I keep talking and burying myself further, we're just going to skip right along. If you guys didn't check out the last episode or the amazing recaps, which are on our YouTube page, the last actual episode of Edge of Legend, not last week's, which we decided to do as a big, awesome, fun gift to you because we couldn't finish the charity one-shot, so we did a special episode wrapping the whole thing up, and I think it was really tremendous on all my players' parts. They did an amazing job. So we're going to go back to the last episode of Edge of Legend. After the victory of Fort Raggedy and the decimation of Lova, and literally decimated, I think like he was actually ripped apart to pieces and shipped to different parts of the world, the heroes decided to make a beeline for one of the cities in the south of the continent, just outside the reach of the Alphon Empire, and they happen to stumble upon a little fun place called Mollymoss. Mollymoss happens to be a halfling and gnome city somewhere in a giant forest, and they've gone to great lengths to pull in a little bit of the Fey world into this town. So everything is absolutely chaotic. Houses don't abide by the laws of gravity or physics. Lights are all over the place. Animals and trees have limited amount of personality, and much like always when Nadir's around, mush is given the power of speech, or at least being understood. And sure enough, the heroes realizing that the goddess of nature herself, the queen of the stag, and the green was in the city, they rushed to her, and she told them all about Korokos, how Gorm, the god of the orcs who has been silent since he invented his own children, since he gave them life, has broken his own rule and basically answered a prayer to Korokos, making him the champion of Gorm and quite possibly the only avatar of the Father of Scars. Of course, somewhere around this way, as everyone was looking for a place to bed down for the evening, our amazing barbarian Luchadora of Azmakan found a secret dwarven alcove to a deep dwarven culture of warriors called the Long Walkers, whose job it is to chart everything in the world, the secrets, the people, the culture, and, well, every inch of grass possible, so that their goddess can give the information to her mother so that she can solve all the world's problems. And that's where we last left off. It's late at night, everyone's going to bed, and La Pacifica Dorita is currently clutching some of the most well-hidden secrets of dwarven culture. So, I will leave it to my players. Are we going to wake up the next day, or is there any bit of business you need before you pass out?
Actually, I don't know if you remember this, PJ. We did discuss what Rufo wants to do to the wagons the night before.
It's been
So
a
a little
while.
bit
Could I
of,
get a refresher?
Yeah, basically, the fact that we're going to Greppa upon the bear.
Mhm.
Did I say it right?
Yes, you did. Agrippa
Okay.
upon a bear. Nicely done.
Greppa upon a bear. As kind of a entertaining troupe, he's gonna kind of carnival up our wagons.
Okay, you're gonna carnivale up the wagon a bit. Very
Yep,
nice.
with with a special, what is it? One of those giant kind of entertainer performer paintings of Itchy on the side. Remember?
All right. Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember you mentioned. I think it was after stream. So go right ahead. Give me a
Craft.
Yeah, give me a crafting check on that. Actually, for a minute I was gonna say performance, but I was like, that wouldn't make
I was gonna
sense.
say if it's performance, that'd be a lot better.
That's sneaky. That's why I snuck it off too. My cheat sheet.
So can I actually do it performance, because I don't think I have
No,
crafting.
I'm gonna say crafting check, because
Okay.
if your job was like, some of those street artists that like do the painting live, then maybe a performance check. But since you're like really trying to build something, I'm gonna craft check.
Okay. Well, since I'm not training it, I just add raw intelligence, right?
Yes.
Thankfully, I have that's my main stat.
I
Mm,
mean, you used a crafting check to make Kylie an incredibly convincing orc costume once, so I mean, I think
it's
you did
true.
good.
It's true. You're very well known for your last
I was
minute
also very
cosplays.
lucky. See,
That's
this one
true.
I got 18, I got a 14, 18. I got a 18.
Okay, 18. So
Respectable.
you are able to, it's one of those things where the colors are dead on, the proportions are just right. The face is like it's good, it's a little, it's not quite perfect. It's not like photorealistic, but if someone was to see like Ichi strike the same pose as what you painted on the wagon, they'd go, "Oh yeah, that's you. Look at that."
What's the pose?
Oh, yeah, what pose? What pose is Ichi striking?
Itchy. Sam, I'll let you choose.
Unmute. All right. She's got her maul like on her shoulder like this, and she's just like, wink.
I love it. So one part like tough and we can do it too, and also like, but also fun times.
Yeah, get to know me.
I love that. Get to know me. Right. So you're painting this, and I'll say this. As you're building this, hold on, I gotta move on the way. Sorry. All right. Let's see here. It takes you about roughly 2 hours to paint this amazing thing on this massive wagon, which is actually pretty fast, really fast, all things considered. But while you're doing it, a bunch of the town folk, a bunch of the gnomes and halflings are just like circling around you, and they're near you. They're like, now, what you want to do is make sure that when you're painting down, fella, you don't go against the grain. So if you want to like splotch it down, ain't no waste knives. No. What you gotta do is you gotta just put on extra layers, bud. You gotta put a lot
I
of
mean,
layers on there, buddy.
would that count as aid?
Honestly, probably not, because you're getting like 9 different ways to do that. It's like, well, what you want to do is make sure that your paints don't mesh. So you want to put them in layers. How do you do now?
Don't worry, Rufa knows. No, Rufa knows. This is not Rufa's list rodeo. But Rufa thanks you for all your pleasant advice. And he actually takes some of the advice that actually sounds logical.
Wow. Okay. Well, Burley Stan just got a crit, so Burley Stan just says, well, Mrs. Whisker says that the best form of art is one that comes from one's own personal expressions, and says neoclassicism and rehistorical reimaginings is the best ways to make sure that you can bring real lives about in a classics and much imitated fashion. And it's a universal paint style that is beloved and beholden in every cultures.
That's a big thing, Florida.
That's what I appreciate about you.
So
So
basically, yeah,
hell, you know what? Because you rolled a 20, I'm gonna give you a +2. That's a 20. You got a dirty 20 on that
nice.
portrait.
So just like, basically do up our little wagon caravan now. So we look pretty respectable once we roll up into Greppa upon the bear. A bear
All
or the
right.
bear?
Aubert.
Bear.
Yeah, my apologies on that. I'm mixing Latin and Irish. My history teachers would kill me for that. Spoilers. So anyway, all right, so you're doing a great job of painting the van. I'm loving chat talking about like how like you get like classic rock fan with the wizard shooting like electricity from like a guitar or something.
Unicorn with thunderbolt and lightning.
Yeah, 3 Moon Howl, but it's just Itchy looking like a rock star. All right, so anyone else doing any bit of activity before they turn in for the evening?
I want to look at them secrets.
Yes, there we go. All right. First question. You speak Dwarvish, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Panic there for a second.
No, that's fine. Believe me. Like sometimes you get an ancestry and you don't think because you're like, I'm a dwarf, but I'm really this, and then you don't think. But yes, so give me a because the thing is, it's kind of an old dwarvish, and I would like
ancient.
to have, so as you're kind of piecing together, do you have any lore dwarven, like dwarven lore?
I have lore. No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, give me a lore check anyway, without the training, so it would just be your raw intelligence added to the d20.
Okay. All right, let's see what that is. Intelligence. That's a 15.
Okay. It's very dense old dwarvish, and it's written in the old dwarvish grammar, so you're kind of having a hard time trying to parse that. But you're getting some of it. Some of the things you're able to glean from these list of secrets is it seems to be extremely relevant to this area. You get like a list of different senators. There, you get a list of different knight senatari. You're getting a list of some really. You're not getting full details, but they'll say like scandal and how it was handled, and like the apologies made, and the reparations offered. The one thing you do get is this unusual thing saying something's under the earth. And it says question mark, is it related to the other three?
Can I tell if like what the range of the area is that these secrets are referring to? Is it like unique to Molly Moss, or is it the general like larger geographical area?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, you're definitely getting the feeling from how they've written and described the walk that they've taken. They refer to the walk within a certain confines. They mention from the Kiln or Quelch, which is where the dwarves in the north live, to the home underwater, that you kind of get the feeling this dwarf came from. So basically, the entire continent that Adelphon Prime is on, that you're on, and the far north above it, that this dwarf's walk was basically just to go up and down this massive land shelf, this massive continent, and just keep learning and hoarding secrets and writing them down and hiding them.
Wow, that's a lot of places.
You also notice this little note written in runes, and it seems to be a bit more modern, and it says, in order to better understand these, you must join the order to understand these.
Ooh, all right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I read
all
them,
good.
and then she knocks out because reading makes Ichi tired.
I've been there. Anyone else have any nighttime activities, any campfire moments you want to do before you pass out? All right. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, real quick, because I know Rufus working on the wagons, but would he have time to ask a question to one of the people assembled around the wagon?
Oh, totally. Yeah. You have like at least 2 hours. So yeah, at
Okay.
any point in time, you go to ask them a question.
Well, Rufus gonna ask one of them. So, do you have any skilled craftsmen in your lovely village?
Beryl, the young man wearing the kind of weird jumper with the leather boots up to his knees, goes, well, I reckon, yeah, we do. We believe that idle hands are the devil lord's playthings, so we don't waste time with no idolatry. And then one goes, oh, Bud, why are you so damn awkward, Bud? And he goes, well, I'm just trying to help a stranger. And yes, we all take up a craft or something like it. I myself do 5 jobs. I do chores, I do labor, I do manual labor, I do hard work, and I do sweating.
And that is why Rufa appreciates you. But Rufa does want to know if you have a skilled craftsman who is familiar with the art of perhaps blacksmithing, weaponry, and perhaps a little bit of enchantment.
Burley Stan says, well, that will be probably me's. I works the blacksmith shoppery. I make the weapons, although I abhor violence. I'm a pacifist, but I don't do enchantments. But I know someone who does do enchantments, allegedly.
Ah, well, perhaps later we could talk, and I have an idea. And he kind of pats his little chain whip that's strapped to his side. That Rufa wants to run across you.
Well, now I can't be speaking, sir. No enchantmenters. I'm not an enchanter, but the fellow that I know has apparently a workshop in every major city. You just got to find the special symbol, and you got to knock on his door. And apparently, he's gotten squats riches off of making enchantments.
Well, Rufa thanks you kindly, and yes, the craftsman is. And later we'll talk probably during the break. I'll tell you what I'm looking at. Okay.
I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So if and when you get to that, we'll just go
All
right
right.
for it.
Sounds good.
All right. So without further ado, everyone goes to sleep. And you find, despite the unusual bright lights that just glow in this city, despite the loud hustle and bustle, almost chaotic sounds, the minute you lay down to go to sleep, this magical energy just washes over you like a warm blanket. Your eyes just collapse, your head just gets heavy and goes into a deep, peaceful calm as your body melts into the soft moss and grass or the warm bed that you found, even one that you slept in before. Suddenly you just drop into an ocean of the perfect, blackest, peaceful rest. And then it's odd because you just seem to stay unconscious until suddenly, well, no, sorry, not suddenly, slowly through the nose, the air comes, and then you can start hearing the sounds from your ears, and then your brain slowly, just like a TV turning on, the old fuzz popping and slowly warming up the television so that your eyes open up, and you had this perfect natural rest, and you wake up to absolute effing chaos. There is punching everywhere, bright lights. There's people playing music in the middle of punching and bright lights. It's just, you see gnomes running up beside a building like Sonic the Hedgehog, completely defying gravity. And you realize, oh, that's right. We're in a piece of the Fae. This is just chaos.
Amazing.
So what do you do?
Shionibis like rubs her eyes and like, I hate this place, and just like rubs her face in her hands like, dear Lord, I want to get out.
Rufa is going to just kind of like, he looks, slowly blinks. Well, who wants coffee?
Oh yeah, who's still in our area? I know Alona and Shionibis slept in like the temple-ish. Where is everyone else? It's been so long.
That's a very good question. It has been at least 2 weeks. So Alona and Shionibis are sleeping in the Temple to Nadir. Where were you sleeping, Sam? Were you sleeping in the Dwarven Enclave where you found the body?
No, I went back to probably where Shonibus would be.
Okay, so you went back to the temple area. How about you, Rufa? Where did you sleep last night?
Rufa probably he'd probably afterwards working on that stuff. He just slept in the the wagons.
In the wagons. All right,
Yeah,
makes sense.
makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, 3/4 of you wake up together in the temple on the nice soft moss with all that stuff. What do you guys do?
Well, Shionibus, we can get out of here because we did tell those 3 gnomes that we would find their leader, Flannis.
Damn it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Would coffee make you feel better?
I swear, if you give me coffee from this place, I don't want to punch a cleric, but I think today might be the day. She's
Come
very
on,
cranky without
Shiona.
coffee.
Alona's
Each,
just gonna just go back to sleep.
Ichi's like prodding everyone, and it's kind of like it's a party out there. Like we've been fighting a lot of orcs. Like we should party. We should party, right? We should party. Why not? Stop and smell the
Yeah,
party.
yeah, okay. Are you gonna go out there by yourself, or is everyone
No,
going?
you're all coming with me, right?
Yay!
Up and at 'em, let's go.
Okay. Ilona is going to follow Ichi, hopefully with the plan in her head that she's gonna get because Rufus not there. So we'll regroup and then we'll talk about the things that we have to do because we shouldn't party because we have things to do, right? That's how this works, right? That's how life works. You don't party ever. You just work until your things are done with work and then maybe you can party. I don't know.
Ichi
I mean,
takes Lona's hand. Lona, sometimes you need to stop and party. It's really important for the mind, body, and soul. I can see you haven't done a lot of partying. It's okay. I'm here for you. You ready?
You know, if I'm gonna do it with anybody, I might as well do it with you.
That's the spirit. Let's go. Yeah, she pulls her out.
All right, so it looks like the three of you are going to the party, right?
Yep, wherever the music is blaring from, I'm assuming it has a source that isn't just coming ambiently from the trees, but who knows?
Who could even say? All right, so what I'm going to say is that you three arrive there about the same time that Rufa wakes up and leaves the wagon, because Rufa, you're realizing that this partying is happening all around you and your wagon. So, well, the party's wagon. So you kind of come out at the same time that Rufa pops his head out. You see in front of you this insane party. You see people drinking and dancing. You see a bunch of people fighting Glenn, who's just like staring at them, and with one punch, they literally go flying, and they come running back for another, and he just socks them, and they go flying again. And then like 10 dudes just jump on Glenn, and it just becomes this giant dog pile, and he's just fighting them all. You see the trees have actually like taken their arms down and start playing fiddles and violins and guitars, and one tree's even got a few drums. The animals, you can hear them, they're screaming and talking, and they're insulting people, and they're like jumping off the homes. You see a few halflings do like cannonballs into the dirt. The dirt then moves like water would ripple, and they come out of like dirt, like brushing it off. It's madness. Nothing here makes sense, but looks like one hell of a good time.
Can I say that Rufa's kind of now just sitting in the back of the wagon that he did the art on. One hand, a cup of like cafe au lait, and another hand, he has a nice thick slice of toast with some nice fruit jam on it. Just like
Absolutely. You just looking fancy. You see Antigone is throwing some of the halflings, and the gnomes in competition are trying to match her distance. You see Hera, who is talking to all of the gnome and halfling members of town about dresses. Like they're making these beautiful dresses, and she's like, "Do you have that with a broader shoulder size? That looks amazing. Do you have that with pockets? No? Can I make pockets for that? Okay, cool." You see Morel, who is currently in the middle of this weird kind of hoedown where there's like 7 girls, and they're all just taking turns like grabbing him by the arm and swinging him and handing him off to the girl. And Morel is just like, he's very clearly like this is fun, but also this is awkward, and I don't know how to handle the situation at all. And they're just like, Like, oh, cute fella, you're so adorable when you're awkward. Thank you. I think.
He would also crush them because he's huge.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a beefy boy.
Wait, where's Tobias?
You don't see him,
Uh-oh.
but you do see this amazing party in front of you. So what do you guys do?
Ichi's gonna drag Alona over to where like the hoedown is by Morale and just kind of like wait for she's using her incredible barbarian senses to time like the pass of the dancers and then just give her a really accurate push into like the dance line. So hoping that she kind of just like gets swept up.
As
My
soon
goal.
as Ichi pushes Alona, Shionobis is gonna like shoulder check Morale into the dance floor too.
So okay, hold on. Shionobis is shoulder checking Morel, and Ichi is shoulder checking to try like get into the dance with the other female halflings.
I'm trying to get Alona into like the hoedown dance line
Oh.
very accurately. So like whenever they're switching partners, she just like
Mhm.
right on in there.
Okay. Sidney, do you want to go along with this? You want to fight this? What's your feeling on that?
Let's just go.
Let's just go. Okay.
just go.
So no rolls necessary. You guys take your time. You take your 10. You line up your sights and you do it. Sure enough. And as everyone's hoedowing, it just Morel kind of like bumps like arm into arm with Alona, and it just kind of steps back a bit. Oh, like literally so awkward. It's almost in like a boxing stance.
What?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
If he's still in boxing stance, she's gonna take both of his hands and be like, I think they're meant to go here. Or here.
I having being thrown around by the locals for going on 2 hours, I believe it's an arm hook, just a simple crook of the arm.
Okay. Then they go here.
Then they right, yeah, and I was supposed to spin around together.
Okay, well you've done this way more than I have, so you're gonna have to start spinning, buddy.
I'm gonna be the lead. Yeah, I could do that, sure. And then he hold on, I'm gonna make a roll really fast. Okay, it's not bad.
Shionobis is gonna just fist pump Ichi.
So he, with one hooked around your arm and one kind of on your back, he starts kind of leading you in this. It starts off as this kind of ballroom dance, this very sophisticated dance, and then once the momentum starts taking off, he kind of skips on one leg, and you're both just going for this ride. You're spinning and you're jumping.
Oh, this is cool.
And he's like,
This is so much fun.
I'm having a great time. I'm just really worried that eventually I'm going to spin too fast and too hard and then flip you.
I am a lot stronger than I look.
You absolutely are. I'm just worried because that's like my normal state of being.
That's a very good point.
My neutral state is worried.
we should work on that at some point.
We probably should. I don't think it's healthy for a grown man to have a neutral state being anxiety.
No, but sometimes you can't help it. Anyway, spinning is fun and all, and I'm having such a fun time because this is the first time, besides dancing on stage, with Rufa at some point. This is the first time I've ever danced in my whole life.
Hold on then. And as you're spinning, he grabs you by the wrist, pulls your hand up, and starts kind of twirling you around and extends you out. And he just says, well, then I think it should be at least your third time dancing in life. That's not just for show, but for fun. So, what do you want to do?
Can you lift me?
And he goes, probably. I could probably do that. And after he extends you, he pulls you in really abruptly, puts his hands on your waist, and does the whole like dirty dancing, baby in the corner, like just woof, like easily puts you above his head. And he's just moving in a circle and spinning you around.
PJ, really quick.
Yeah.
I would guess right now Rufo would probably be finished with breakfast, brushes off his crumb. He's gonna go off to do something else, but as he leaves, he's going to kind of whisper something to the people playing the music or whatever, and tell them, "Little favor for Rufa. Would you perhaps play Rufa a nice, lovely, slow dancing song?"
So you ask the people playing music. It is 4 trees and a squirrel. And
Rufa's still gonna communicate.
and they're gonna look at you and go, well, first of all, the squirrel goes, listen, on behalf of my my associates behind me, we do not take requests, but I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I think I do a few 4-on-4 on the floor, double time, maybe take it back a bit, pump the brakes about 30, put some jazz in there, and of course, lays it out for some for some good closeness. We got it. Hey, Timberlake, hey, Oakley, hey, Woodson, and Schmuck. I need you guys to do what I just said. Got it? Cool. Let's go.
Really quick, Rufa's gonna just say, Rufa thanks you, and it is for the kids. And then he's gonna kind of points over to Alona Morel. And I think in chat.
I think we lost your audio a bit there, Michael. Can you double back? I think we lost your audio
really quick. You hear me now?
I heard him.
Now? Okay.
That must just be me then. Sorry, I have a new headset. I think I'm losing everything.
Well, Rufa basically told the squirrels and the trees, Rufa thanks you, and this is for the kids. And he kind of gestures over to Alona Morel, and I think chat is requesting Careless Whisper.
Once again, I am losing audio in my headphones, and I have no idea why. This is so weird.
Did you hear the requested song at least?
1 second.
Okay.
I'm gonna try changing my headset out.
Either way, this is glorious.
Yeah. The song is obviously copyrighted right now, so we obviously can't really play it. So just use your imaginations. This is a copyright free song, as I believe Keyword Calamity posted. Can we call it Careful Rumble?
Careful mumble.
Careful.
Uh-oh.
All right.
It goes like
It's a Beaker from the Muppets.
So since the chat has made the request, I think we can definitely make do. So the squirrel and the 4 trees decide to play their smooth hit called give me a second. Reckless Kisses.
That's good.
Thank you. Don't worry, it's not aggressive at all. So as you're being spun around and he places you back down right in front of him, this kind of smooth, sultry, like rhythm and blues jazz starts to kind of slowly, just like incense, just kind of starts to pick up in the air. Everything just kind of like slows down a peg, and you start realizing that like the lights of this place are amazing. Like you look at your own skin, you're like, oh my god, I'm like glowing. This place is amazing. There we go. That's our amazing TD Joe, like just killing it on the soundtrack. Thank you so much. So this little moment comes in, and Morel kind of gives that moment where he looks at you with that goofy, harmless smile of his, and then it kind of slowly starts to fade into this really weird recognition of the moment. And then the beat drops. And Morel.
It's a song that Rufa requested.
True. It's going to be sexy with a little bit of a beat. So Merle just kind of looks at you and he realizes his hands are on your waist and he's just like, it was fun picking you up. Do you wanna keep dancing?
Yeah. That would be great.
Great. He kind of looks at his own hands and then kind of takes you by yours, and then he starts leading you in this very sweeping and fast kind of ballroom dance. He's twirling you and he's leading you, and you can tell this is a dance that he's done before, but he's trying to match the rhythm.
So you're a dancer?
Well, I had to learn growing up.
You had to learn how to dance growing up?
Yes, for formal occasions.
Well,
Yeah.
you're very good.
Really, when I was growing up, they said I had the grace. I had the grace of a Tsuku gorilla. I didn't know what that meant. And I saw one, and I know what they mean. Those things are powerful beasts.
Well, I'm sure that's true. However, I think that you have a grace in and of yourself.
He looks at you and says, "You know, you've always struck me as someone who's incredibly graceful, and that's probably not much of a surprise. But I don't know if you know this. You're also a powerful You're a very powerful person."
Thank you. I think I'm finding that out myself.
Well, I mean, what about a place to learn about yourself than in a world war? Or trying to prevent one, I suppose.
Well, they do say that trauma brings people closer together.
That's what they tell me. So, did you ever learn to dance in awe?
No, we didn't really. I mean, not like it wasn't forbidden or anything weird like that. It was just we were busy doing other things, like learning. We were always learning. We didn't really have time for much else.
Oh. I mean, I understand that. I was learning war. I didn't have much time for anything else myself. I had to learn how to fight, how to lead. So I get it, but you know, the one thing I learned in combat training and dancing for special occasions is that if you can do one, all you need is the freedom and confidence to do the other.
Would you say that you have freedom and confidence?
Somewhere inside me, I do. And when I'm around certain people, I definitely feel that more.
Good. You should feel it all the time.
Well, I you know, no excuses. I'm not going to go into the whole I'm an Acadian thing. That's not the moment. But the moment is this, and he picks you up and he throws you into the air, and catches you deftly, and puts you right back on your feet and goes, "That got a little too serious. I think we need to change the mood a bit." And then he just starts twirling you, like a top, and your robe is just flaring out.
I should have dressed up in that tonight. Okay. Alona's gonna drop it. But at some point she is going to stop him and she's going to say, "This was really fun, but I just want you to know, all of that's in you, I'm working on finding it too. And I hope that we can find it together."
He kind of stops for a second and he goes, "Well, I think you definitely have more of it than you know, but it doesn't mean we can't find more. So, and he does this awkward like handshake out and going, here's to finding the greatest sides of ourselves, each other, us, you. You know what I'm trying to say.
Here's for growth and self-development and helping each other along the way.
And as he shakes your hand, he just goes, I know I'm not like Tobias. I can't make magical oaths and promises, but I promise we're going to find each other's deeper power. Great. Now, if you excuse me, I am going to go have breakfast, and I'm just going to take a deep breath, because suddenly I feel extremely awkward. So, thank you, my lady. This is a pleasure dancing with you. You're an absolute dream to dance to. I'm gonna go now. And he just kind of wallflowers like immediately.
Alona's gonna immediately exit and look at Shionovis and Ichi and go, I don't know what that was, but it was fun. So thank you.
You're welcome. Now watch me. And she goes and runs off towards the guy that's punching everyone.
Really quick, can I just say this? I just figured this out. That whole encounter, Shonobis, Ichi, and Rufa are Scuttle, Flounder, and Sebastian to Alona's Ariel and Morel's Prince Eric.
Gives on Sebastian. That's all I'm saying. But I definitely feel like she's more a Scuttle. But that's besides the point.
Next time y'all try to play a version of Kiss the Girl, give me a heads up, because Morel's an awkward duck and I don't know what to do with him. But all right. So I saw chat calling this episode Canned Heat. I guess the tension was both real and awkward.
Beautiful.
Call that real awkward.
Real awkward.
Yeah. Chat, I'm gonna need fan art of this, like the Little Mermaid X what is it? Edge of Legends crossover art.
Hey,
I need
I
that.
get fan art. I want a fanfic of the rest of this.
I was gonna say I want to see fan art of just Morel and Alona like really close, awkwardly dating, and these like club lights going off around them. But either way, that is done. Sam, you're going to Glenn, who is fighting 10 townspeople at once. What do you do?
I roll on up and I just ask whoever's spectating, so how does this work? I just punch him for fun?
Yes. Well, so Glenn, who's sitting there going, he's kind of squinting at you as he socks this dude. He goes flying 30 feet. He goes, how do you do now? You want to get in this scrap? Because, I could scrap all day. I could go for a scrap right now.
Yeah, let's scrap.
And he goes, all right. And then he takes his shirt, unbuttons the buttons, puts up his hands, and he says, all right, let's have a scrap then. And basically, you just roll to hit. It's just a fight. You just take turns beating the snot out of each other to scrap.
Ichi drops her weapons and kind of like, because she has that champion belt that she wears all the time, right? She kind of like straightens it a little bit and she rolls in and she's just gonna go for it.
Sure. Thank you for the raid, official Paizo. That was outstanding. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Edge of Legend. Pathfinder 2nd Edition homebrew campaign. Those who just missed a very lovely, awkward moment between a PC and an NPC. It was very. It was a thing. It was a thing.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Basically, Little Mermaid kissed a girl scene.
Yeah.
But with a hoe.
But far more awkward.
Yeah.
Way more awkward. Lots more talking.
Very much so. Oh, and for everyone in the chat wondering why we're dressed this way, this is the last episode of 2020 because New Year's is around the corner. So you want to get dressed up for New Year's Eve and be like, party, looking good. Normally I'm wearing like a schlubby t-shirt, so
This is normal for me. This is me like all day, every day.
Yeah, Michael is just extra. So that being said, and we love him for it. That being said, Sam, so what was your roll to hit?
All right. Yeah, also for anyone who just came in, Ichi is gonna punch somebody for fun.
That's a scrap. Yeah, it's a party scrap. So let's roll to hit.
And that is so I'm trained in unarmed combat, so that will be my strength and my proficiency bonus.
Yes. Yep.
So that is a 19 to hit.
Nice. You will definitely hit Glenn.
Ooh.
Give me the damage roll for that. Should be a D4 plus
Alright.
strength.
D4.
Yes. And Joe, could you bring that beat back? 'Cause I was actually kind of digging that, Joe. That was awesome music choice.
Oh yeah, I don't know how you found like a punk version of Careless. I mean, not punk, like a dance hall version of Careless Whisper on the fly, but it was amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
Joe's
you,
a
that's
master.
good.
Thank you so much.
So
Oh.
that roll for damage was max damage 4 plus my strength, so that's 8 total.
8 total. You hit Glenn square in the jaw, and he seems stunned. Like for the first time in a long time, someone's actually gotten a very clean, solid shot at him. He rolls to hit you as you whap, and he just woof. I need first to know if a 21 hits.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. So what I'm going to need from you is I love this song. Somewhere around here, yeah. Right, I need a fortitude save.
All right. That is a 15.
Okay. All right. So, 1, 2. Okay, you take
Michael.
13 damage, and you are knocked back 20 feet as Glenn just lays a big fist on you, and you just take off. You get air, and as you're flying, Glenn just goes, "How do you do now? Good to see you." And then turns around and starts knocking another dude in the face.
That was 13 points.
13 points of damage.
Okay, I'm going at it again. And this time, let's see. I am going to do my sudden charge, which is just kind of that combination movement and unarmed attack at the end.
Heck yeah. All right. So I believe it's 2 actions to move and strike. So go ahead and roll to hit.
That is an 18.
Okay. That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. And that is a 7.
7. So as the music in Molly Moss is just taking up all the space, the cues of fighting, yelling, screaming, trying to talk, just blur out, and you rush up and you just deck Glenn, this gnome, in the face. He whirls around, lands on a guy, gets up, punches him. He goes flying, and then he rushes to do a takedown on you. He rolled a 2 in the die face. As you are a rock dwarf, and that's awful, nothing happens. But now you have this gnome wearing a flannel shirt tucked into blue slacks with this kind of Caesar kind of flat down haircut and a turtleneck underneath, just wrapped around your waist. What do you do?
Can I, as he hits me and doesn't knock me over, can I use his momentum to spin him around, kind of like how I normally do my finishing move with my maul, but instead of my weapon, it'll be kind of just him. I'm just spinning him around, and I'm gonna go and try to toss him into the crowd of people who are like down to punch. So, like they're good to get hit by a gnome.
Absolutely. Your signature move from the Lucha Arena of Azmodan, the Circle of Life. Give me an athletics check to throw this sucker.
Ooh, okay, map. Should have my calculator up, but I don't. That is a 16 plus 8, so 24.
So, Sam, tell me the tale. How do you execute the circle of life on Glenn and throw him into 10 other dudes?
So he comes at me and gets a really good solid hit, but because I'm a rock dwarf, I'm just solid, right? But I take it, I spin him around, and Ichi is extra, so she always does 2 spins. One's never good enough. 2 spins, and is looking out for the portion of the crowd that are like, fighting each other. She's not gonna hit anybody with a gnome who's like not down to get hit with a gnome, right? And just launches the guy like a bowling ball straight into the crowd. And then poses at the end.
Very nice. Yeah. So you throw this gnome, and he just kind of just wobbles like a bad frisbee, slams into 13 dudes, and they all just go down flat. And there's kind of an awkward silence. And as they all get up, they all go, "That's a great job. You did a good job there, bud. You threw us really well. Where'd you learn that? Where'd you learn that moves? Where'd you learn that moves there, bud?"
Osmakan. I'm a gladiator, luchadora, whatever you like to call it, but a performer at heart, as I can see you yourself are.
So you immediately start making friends with these gnomes. They're sitting there going like, "Hey, listen, bud, when you're sitting there shooting for the legs, do you go for the double or the single?"
Ooh, double.
Double. See, that's how you know you got a professional. These guys are just pheasants who can't shoot the double.
Pheasants or peasants? Both? Both.
They're just disgraceful pheasants. And this one guy is just yelling at these other scrappers in town, just calling them just disgraceful pheasants. And he's really, really heated. And the other guy's like, "Hey, come on, coach, maybe go easy on us, eh? Like, we're doing our best, all right? I don't know what this is about, but we're doing a good job."
Ichi's just agreeing with everybody because she knows that's what you do at parties.
Absolutely.
PJ, quick at the table question. Is a gnome considered an improvised weapon?
Oof. Ooh, okay, let's get creative as a GM. So gnomes are only considered improvised weapons if they do not willfully want to go with the attack. Like if you're throwing one against its will at another one. That's my ruling as a GM. Technically, at that point, it's an improvised weapon.
Beautiful.
They're an improvised weapon.
Oh, right, they are.
Yes.
That gnome in question is an improvised weapon.
If you want to see more of this improvised weapon, you should go check out our charity event that we had last week, because Sidney and I, we were our own improvised weapons for a short amount of time.
You mean when I smashed you into a warship?
But we did it fabulously.
You're right.
Y'all did a good job breaking that ship up right there. All right. So does anyone else have any other actions they want to do at this amazing gnome and halfling fae party at what is probably close to 8 in the morning in this world's time?
Like I said
Can
before,
I look around for Tobias?
Yes, you're looking around for Tobias. Give
Yes.
me a perception check to search, or I guess technically to seek, either one.
Because she's like Morel, Alona, Ichi, Rufa, Tara, Antigone. She's like, where the hell is the blonde? Oh, that's not great. Not bad. Not bad. 16?
16. You can't find him anywhere. But you start hearing a different sound breaking through the chaos of the music. You hear the panicked and kind of exasperated clanging of plate metal. Clank, 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 clank. And it's moving like in this hurry.
She's going to sneak, not sneak, because you really don't need a sneak. And I don't think she'd sneak around the gnomes and halflings, because she stands at 6'2", but that's besides the point. She's going to go around and try to like find the source, given that it doesn't look like anyone else is wearing any heavy armor.
Morel is not in his battle uniform, but yeah, no one else is wearing metal at all.
Yeah, she's gonna go look for the sound.
Sure.
Sounds like someone's like. Does it sound like someone's running?
From the pace of like the slant, like clacking of metal plate, yeah, it sounds like someone's running.
Same, Sidney.
I'm sorry, I had to. Everyone in chat thought it too. It wasn't just me.
So I was like, oh. She's gonna call out his name, definitely loud enough to be like an angry mom. Like, where is my child in a grocery store?
Oh, we all know that one.
Yeah.
Do you call it his full name?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What's his
Wait,
And
do
then
we
just
know
start to
his full
wander.
name?
Well, I'll say this: you technically know his full name is Tobias Raphaelis of House Raphaelis, Grand Hospitalier of the Order of the Platinum Hammer.
Such a mouthful.
Too easy.
We're gonna say it all.
Nope. We are good streamers. We are clean. We only hint at bad humor.
We're gonna say the full name and just begin to wander.
All right. So as you are saying that, you suddenly hear this clack, 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 clang, 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 and suddenly you feel this kind of presence, and you hear Tobias's voice going, "Shh! Stop it! Stop calling my name! Stop being loud! We need to shushy. We need to go now. And the quieter, probably the better. We need to go."
Why? What did you do?
It is not the important question here. The most important question is how fast can we get in the wagons, get out of here, Bob's your uncle, go.
Nope, spill it. There's something going on.
How about we talk as we are on the road? Preferably away from Molimos. I think away from Molimos is probably a good idea like right now.
She's going to, again, in a loud voice, say his full name.
And so you turn to look at him. He is wearing his basically his under uniform, the uniform that he wears under his armor. He's holding his armor in his arms, and he's panicking. He's got like his sword on his back, his shield and his sword on his back. He's holding his armor, and he's like, shh, listen, okay? We should go and not make a scene. Yeah.
I can say it again.
Oh! At that point, behind him, you see one of the halfling women, and she is now surrounded behind her by some of the guys in the scrap pile that were fighting Ichi a few moments ago. She's got her arms crossed. She has very, very long hair, and you recognize it's Glenn's sister. And she's wearing
Bonnie
kind
Blueberry. Oh wait, no, wrong.
No, not Bonnie Bonnie Blueberry, not Bonnie Blueberry. No, Glenn's sister. I want to say it's Matey. Matey is just kind of sitting there, in like a white kind of like bedgown, and she's like, "So, that's where you went, eh? That's where your breakfast coffee is." And he's just like sitting there going, like I said, we should probably go. Quieter the better. But no, apparently some immortal goddess of Egypt, of Nubia, had to be very loud at 0900.
You think I'm a goddess? That's so nice. You look like you're busy. So I'm just gonna let you. He's over here.
No, I'm over here. Can we just not be here? We'd be on the road, even.
Nah, he's over here, and she's gonna like disappear into the crowd.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's no longer in the box. Hold on. Oh, not great. Stealth? That's gonna be a 15.
So you start breaking off. Yep. One of the other guys goes, "Hey, he was talking to that lady's right there. I think she's somehow an accomplice." And then Matey just says, "No, you idiot. I liked him. I flirted with him. I took him to bed. That's just one of his friends." And they're like, "Wait, how come we have to kick his asses if you're the ones that beds him?" because he just shut up and go kick his ass. And the other guy's like, okay, so not gonna ask questions. That's what I likes about you. And they start running after Tobias, who's got all this armor, and he's like, Shionibus, wait! And he starts running after you into the crowd of people you're trying to hide into. Because again, halflings, gnomes, Shionibus, you kind of stand out like a sore thumb.
Maybe just a little. That's fine.
So I'm going to say at this point in time, everyone in the party, including the NPCs, including Rufa, is hearing this commotion and is aware that Tobias, who is hastily dressed, carrying his armor instead of wearing it, is now running around being chased by some of the townsfolk.
Tobias is the bardiest not bard I've ever met.
Yes.
Oh,
Really quick, since Rufus now in this whole shenanigans, was he able to do what he was set out to do?
The painting of the van, or the
basically looking for an enchanter or runesmith or something.
Oh no! You haven't really made that roll specifically, but the townsfolk do tell you that the individual that you talked about last night is not in Molly Moss.
Oh, okay.
They gave you that. They definitely give you that information, bar none.
Okay.
So yeah. So Tobias comes running up to the party. Shionibus, where are you? Are you going back to the party as well?
She's going to find Morel and hide behind him.
All right, give me their stealth check.
Given that Morel, I think, is the only one taller than her.
Yeah, by a few inches.
That's like a 9.
So it's like when you were a kid, you used to play hide and go seek. You'd find the biggest tree you could, and then just like hide on the wrong side of the tree. You kind of go to his side, and he's just like, "Why are you? You're not fooling anyone. I don't think, anyway."
Won't let Tobias see me.
Why? What did Tobias do?
What didn't Tobias do?
I just met the man like once or twice, and quite honestly, I can't stand him.
He caused trouble in town, per usual. But that's not the point. If he sees me, that's a problem. So,
Right.
not that I'm in trouble because I'm me, but you know.
I have an idea. I'm going to just put you in my armor and then carry you to the wagon and kind of toss you in the back. Right? How's that sound?
Or if you see him, you can distract him, and then I can scurry off.
Okay, sure. I'll just stay here for now. I think that sounds safest for everyone.
She's gonna be like, 1, 2, 3, go! And then book it to the cart.
All right, you book it to the cart. Everyone else is joined by Tobias carrying the armor, looking kind of disheveled. He's like, hello. So, I think we've overstated. The hospitality is great, but really, the world isn't going to save itself from a rampaging army of orcs and goblins.
Rufa kind of pulls out his little notebook. No. There is still plenty to do. We still need to, we still need to restock. Rufa would like to do perhaps a little shopping. It just kind of goes down like a list of stuff that typically would need to do when you're, restocking stuff for an adventure like this.
Tobias just glares at you and goes, "You are literally the worst."
Alona's going to try and approach. What's her name again?
The girl, Matey.
Matey. You try and approach Matey and be like, "Look, I don't know what he did, but I have a feeling it's not great. But we need him in order to find your leader, Flannis, which we did promise your older brother that we would do. So if you could refrain from beating him up until we complete that task, it would be greatly appreciated."
Give me a diplomacy check.
Cool. What's my diplomacy? Not bad. Okay. Okay. 19.
All right. So you bring up a very good point, and as you do so, a lot of the gnomes and halflings who are ready to just beat this guy up stop, including Burly Stan, who kind of grabs his overalls and goes, you know, Miss Mighty's, she's got a point that we need to go find Miss Flannis's, make sure she's okay with all the goblins down the long road. We should probably not cripples them for laughs. And you see Miss Mady, or the woman's kind of arms crossed. She stares daggers at Tobias. She goes, "Yeah, okay. I suppose you're right. We should probably let him go. Besides, he's not worth beating up." And then Tobias is just sitting going like, "You asked me to your bedroom. I don't understand." "It's because you left. I had to get coffee." And Burly Stan goes, That's what I likes about you, Miss Mazes. You just so nice and so forgiving to all the men's folk." And she just goes, "Thanks, Burly Stan," and she walks off. And Tobias is just there holding his armor and his sword and shield on his back, just looking very. He's just safe.
Real quick, Rufa's going to kind of lean over to Jonabus and kind of whisper, "So, have we negotiated the price for this little excursion?"
Are you over by the cart?
Yeah, well, PJ said we're all gathered now, so
Okay.
I assumed.
Repeat that one more time. Sorry.
Oh, Rufa kind of leans over and kind of whispers to Jonabus and goes, "Have we negotiated the price for this little excursion?"
She's going to like stick her head out of the cart, like, and then like put her hands on top of like the bar, like, not that I know of, but I mean, a couple of gold would be nice.
True. Perhaps more than just a couple gold.
I mean, a couple per person in the party. So like a couple pounds of gold. Is that too much to ask for? No. We're getting this guy. That's too much.
So, who do we talk to negotiate price?
And she's gonna hop out of the cart and kind of like brush herself off. Probably the same guys that we talked to about it. So what? Finnegan, whatever his name was. Names. Yeah, probably them, given that they're the ones who like gave us the job,
Well, milady, would you like to let us go and negotiate?
Yeah, I'll follow you.
All right, so guessing Jonabus and Rufa's gonna go negotiate some pricing.
All right. Make it a little fast. Everyone in town is almost stubbornly and staunchly against negotiations, saying that's Flannis's job, as she is the mayor or mayoress of Mollymos. They say basically things like, "Nope, no way, cannot do, no can do. Only Flannis handles them and them negotiations, and she is not in town. She is out fighting goblins."
Yeah, or something. Or
Nope.
clerk.
Nope.
You do want this lady back, don't you?
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're so keen on it, why don't you go out, go get Flannis, bring her back, and then negotiate then.
That is not.
And
how
if she's no
negotiation
longer
works.
living,
Well, then we get a new ones. One more in her, with a barrier, awfully sad. That's right, awfully sad. And they just kind of like clink two drinks together, but they go, but then we make another one. A new mayor. We get a new mayor.
but we will get paid for this.
You don't have to get paid for nothing. But if you bring back Flannis, we can maybe talk about how much you're gonna get paid for bringing her back.
She's gonna look at Rufa and be like, I mean, if we're getting paid.
Rufa's gonna go like, Rufa does not like this. Who negotiates like this?
His It's just a couple goblins. We'll be fine. We've dealt
Oh,
with
just a
worse.
couple goblins. Remember at the last town? Oh, it's just a few dead bodies. Oh, it's just a battle. Oh, it's just a burning town.
And we came out of it unscathed, didn't we? They haven't killed us yet, so like, what's one more?
Rufus gonna go at
Granted,
least.
I can't die, but you know.
Rufus is gonna just kind of looks over at the assembled group of gnomes and go. Very least, agree down payment, restock our supplies before we move on to Grippa upon the bed.
Give me a diplomacy check.
All right. $23.
Glenn, who's got like his fingers kind of like in the top part of his blue trousers with his flannel shirt tucked in, says, "Well, now, I supposing it wasn't really nice of you to. Sorry, I can't be able to say this out loud. To have the sleep-ins with my sisters, but you know, you all are nice folk, and you fight really well, and you dance really good, and well, it was a sweet thing to behold, those two dancing on the floor there. And you know, just hospitality is number one. So we'll do our best to give you some supplies for the road, but you know, after that, you're on your own. All right? Sounds like a deal."
Rufa just goes, better than nothing. And one of the supplies is going to be a chastity belt for our friend Tobias here.
He kind of like looks at Tobias and he goes, "Oh, I don't think that'll work. I think he'll probably burn his way through it." And Tobias is like, "Excuse you, I'm right here. I'm the Grand Hospitalier of the Order of the Platinum Hammer, thank you. I outrank everyone here."
Rufus is going to look at Tobias and goes, "Oh, you just lucky. Rufus only suggesting chastity belt. If Chonabas here suggested something, it might be a little bit more permanent."
And then Tobias looks at you with a squint.
Rufus
Hang
helping
on.
you.
Let's just get out of Mollymoss. I think that sounds like a good idea. And then
So we'll
meanwhile,
leave the town, find your mare, and then come back here, drop her off, and then we'll be on our way. Does that sound all right? And she looks at Rufa and then like, at Tobias, unamused by everything he says, and then looks back to the person we're talking to.
So Glenn just kind of looks at everyone with his squinty-eyed looks, kind of, all right. Well, can do. A-okay. Once that give us a few minutes there, and suppose you'll be on your way then. He scampers off. They kind of like get this pickle barrel. They pop off the top and they start pulling out unusual sized items that look like they should not be able to fit in this pickle barrel at all. And it just keeps going like some really goofy magic trick. And before you know it, they've given you enough food, water, bedding, rope, a whole tons of stuff. And Glenn just like carries up to you and goes, all right, now I suppose you'll be on your ways then.
Rufus just looks at it. Agreeable.
Well, all right now then. How do you do? Have a good day, and we'll see you again with our Mayor Flannis.
Jonas is gonna turn around and be like, pack it up, let's go. Like holler at everyone and start walking to the cart.
Oh, as Itchy's going to the cart, Rufus going to just kind of point out what he did to the side of one of the wagons. You like?
Rufa, this is great advertising. So we're gonna start doing shows? Is that what this means?
Yes, it's a good cover for our what we must do next.
I like it. I like the way you think, Rufa. We're gonna make a lot of money together.
One would hope so, because this deal, and he kind of shoots a glare over at Tobias, was not a good deal.
He's entertaining though.
His next two shares going back into the communipot.
I think that's valid.
True.
He is just an intern. She says that she like turns around.
And you can just see Tobias fuming, and he's like, "Okay, all right. I am going to put my things into the wagon, and then we could be on our way. Intern, please." And he just kind of walks off with his accoutrement. Morel is just kind of watching the whole thing, and he goes, "Oh, he's a prick." So really fast, Joe, play that really great song I sent you just before we went live. The theme song of Molly Moss, the fun little country song.
Yes. This is amazing. This is my favorite.
So, well, those heroes of Edge of Legends get in their wagon and start going off the road. Well, I hope they brought some wings with them, because they're going to fly awfully fast to find that Flanders to get back in time. As you leave, you see the entire people of Molly Moss, the talking woodland creatures and the living trees all just going like, "Bye, goodbye now, good day, good. Y'all be good now, see you next time." And as you leave, a few drunken gnomes start challenging Glenn to another fight, to which he, as he waves, undoes his shirt and just bap and sends him flying 30 feet. And he goes, "Have a good day now." And then he walks out.
I love this place, guys.
Welcome to Molly Moss, and I hope you guys had a very good time in Molly Moss. You have a few places you can go as you leave and put Molly Moss in your rearview mirror, if you will, as the trees are actually waving. But there's this kind of weird surreality to it. As the trees are waving, eventually you get far enough away from Molly Moss, the trees wave, they slow down, and then they stop, and they just turn to trees, happily staring at you. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are going to go straight from Molly Moss eastward to Agrippa upon Aubert, or do you want to bypass Agrippa upon Aubert to go to the long road where Flannis was said to be fighting goblins?
I mean, we made a deal.
Yeah.
But we did not tell them how long it was going to take us.
How long do we need, though? She might be dead.
She might be dead before we get there. Like, there's a possibility she's already dead. So, like, if we go shopping for a day, you know, it's a day.
Alona's going in business mode, Rufa. I hope you can back her up on this. So, we have spent 24 hours taking a break from what we normally would have been doing, which is warning the entire world that there is an imminent threat of the Green Army attacking them. And we make a deal with these people in this lovely town of which we had such a great time. And then we make a bargain with them that we're going to save their leader, but then we go do more fun stuff and don't continue on our quest and be good people and do the thing that we said we would do.
Yeah.
Rufa
So what's one more day?
Rufa believes we should continue on our mission, but also we did make a deal, and a deal is a deal. A person's word is only as strong as it is.
Rufa has a point.
Rufa does have some plans in Agrippa upon the bed. Perhaps we could go take care of this little deal first, and then double back really quick, and then be off.
Also, Shionabis, I don't want Alona getting the idea that taking time to party is irresponsible. So in the interest of making sure she continues to party in the future, I think maybe we should do our responsibilities. That way, yeah, she can keep partying.
And at the very least, we must make better deals. More
You were the one that
profitable
made that
deals.
deal. You know that, right?
Yes, but the
Yeah.
deal was technically already made. Rufo was just putting how you say cherry on cake or cherry on cream or cherry on something.
So we'll see how that deal goes when we come back. Whether she's alive or not, who knows what we're getting out of this. So she's gonna look at Ichi, then look at Ilona. Fine. Save the mare, bring her back, backtrack again to go through this other town, only to continue on. Yeah? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Technically, we do need to go to grip up on the bed either way. We must mourn the people.
And who's going to tell them if their mare's dead?
Well, we're gonna take care of the mud first, and then go back to grip up on the bed.
So if we get there and we find out she's dead, are we just going to leave her and keep going? Or are we going to bring back the dead
Well-
body?
Is she? Look, is she dead? She's dead. We done our job. If she's alive, perhaps we get reward. Or at the very least, we close out a deal, because a deal is a deal.
Shionibus is just going to slow blink. Just. Yeah, okay, fine. Who is driving the cart, by the way?
Me!
She is. She's going to hop off the cart and ride Bonnie next to the cart.
Hell yeah. Morel he's not backseat driving. He's just standing up, gripping the back of the driver's seat, looking over your shoulder, just terrified, but just being very supportive. Like, you're doing a great job. It's okay. The road is full of potholes and rocks. It's okay. And he's like one part supporting you, but three parts kind of calming himself down, going, yeah, you got it. Yeah, no, we're going to be fine. You're doing a great job. If you want to go faster, you can. Why would you say that?
Okay, I'll go faster.
Yeah, go faster. So you whip and you go faster. And it sounds to me like the heroes, just so I can confirm before break, are going to Agrippa upon Aubert. Is that correct?
No, we're actually going to, I thought we were going
the-
to
To the long road.
The long
Yeah.
route, and then go to grip up on the bear.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure, because I heard it two different ways, so I just want to make sure that I know for sure. Going to the long road. Perfect. Let me get to my notes. Excellent. So when we come back after our 5-minute break, we are going to go to the long road. This episode has been screaming by. It's already break time. It was so much fun, you guys. So we're gonna be back in 5 minutes at 9:38 Pacific Standard Time at midnight 38 on the East Coast. So we'll see you in 5 minutes. Bye. See you in 5. Let's go. Hi, everyone. Great to see you again. We missed you. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I'm glad to have you back. I like being awkward and weird. So we're going to move right along. Thank you for an amazing first half of this episode. I did not... it's crazy. So now we're going to follow the heroes as they basically take this a long road around Agrippa upon Aubert and get to the long road. Now, everyone give me a survival check as you're approaching the long road.
Is this because my driving is just that bad, or?
No, if you're rolling to survive that, that'd be a fortitude save. I'm kidding.
Really quick, PJ. Can I use my open case thing to be on the case of saving Flanagan?
Flannis, and yeah, absolutely.
Flannis, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yay, +1.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 19.
Hell yeah. What'd you get? Give me a second. Kylie, what'd you get?
23.
Hell yeah. What did you get, Sam?
Well,
12. Okay. And what'd you get, Rufa?
17.
All right, 17. So, Kylie, with that amazing 23. As you hit the long road, you start noticing a few unusual things. One is that the footprints do seem to be very small, chaotic, and then stop. And they get smaller, like less footprints down the dirty road. And you can tell that no activity has really been happening for about maybe 2 days. Sidney, you can tell from the road that this long road leads directly into where the signs point to King's Cave. And it looks like the direction of the footprints directly after whatever kind of weird kerfuffle happened go directly towards the King Cave.
Like we're
Shionibus is gonna ride up next to Alona, given that I assume they're probably at like a canter, aka for us it would be like a heavy jog. For the people who aren't familiar with horses. You see these two?
Yeah, I have a feeling we know where we need to go.
They don't look fresh though, that's my concern.
Well, if they didn't take her back, we at least know we have an entire cave of goblins we need to blow up.
Bring it on. She's gonna go back to like, she was probably like riding at like the middle half of the carriage. She'll probably slow down her speed and continue at that pace.
Okay. I'm gonna need Kylie. Have Shionibus give for me another perception check.
$19.
As you are talking with Alona, and in fact, Lona, give me a perception check as well.
Okay. I got the same thing. I got another 19.
Hey.
No, 19. So,
So close to it.
you notice as you're looking around these tracks and discussing how long it's been and things like that, you realize there's this interesting problem. You can see where the small footprints were coming from, but the other footprints that entered the kerfuffle and then left the kerfuffle have no point of ingress. They have no footprints leading to this event.
Lying.
I swear.
Can
Shionibus is
Alona?
gonna look up in the canopy.
Yeah. Can we check the skies, PJ?
Sure. Look to the skies. Absolutely. The truth is out there. Hero point for knowing my reference. Hell
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
Which is Mulder and which is Scully?
Oh, that's a good point. I want to say Alona is Scully. Wait, which one is David Duchovny? Scully, right? It's been like 20
No, that's
years.
No.
Mulder. I think it's like 20 years, like I said. So I want to say Alona is Mulder because she's like, but aliens and gods and it's all real. And
She's a
Shonibus is
cleric.
definitely Scully going, no, stop it. Pat, stop it.
That time it was 21.
Hell yeah. What'd you get there, Kylie?
24.
24. Okay. You look all around the sky and the canopy of the trees. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day. Clouds are moving in from the south. It's a really nice, gentle breeze. It is absolutely tremendous. And that's about all you see. But you see it very, very well.
Same city.
Such a good roll for such a blank sky.
I know. I was just close to be like, maybe I'll give them something. I'm like, oh, but there's nothing there though. I don't want to lie to them.
Okay. What do you think, Shonibus?
Let's just head to the cave, or head to wherever this is leading to, and keep an ear out.
Okay.
It's hard to say when there's nothing here. Are there any other tracks besides like these really tiny ones?
What you do see is the tiny tracks of gnomish and halfling feet. And then you see the kerfuffle where new footprints kind of get in the mix. And then you see a different pair of tiny footprints leave.
But
Follow the
different tiny footprints.
Yep.
Got it.
We follow
Following the other tiny footprints.
All right. So you're following the other tiny footprints? Okay.
Yeah. Is it like on the path, or is it like going through now like wilderness?
It's totally on the path. It's going straight down the long road. So you're moving down. Everyone's moving down the road. I need everyone to give me a perception check. And remember, Michael, this is definitely a part of your open case to find Flannis. So if you haven't used that +1 yet, is it +1 or is it +2 at this point? It's +1, right?
I believe it's still +1. We're not that high a level yet, PJ.
Oh, you're not level 12? Ah,
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
But
that was
have
rude.
ability though. I'm gonna use once per 10 minutes. I'm gonna clue in everyone so they could also get the circumstance bonus.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that means you and everyone else in the party get a +1, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That makes my roll an 11.
Yeah.
Okay. So an 11 for Alona. Kylie, what you got?
Dirty 20.
Showed us the dirty 20. What do you got, Ichipon?
13.
13. Rufa, what you got?
Let's see. 28.
As you continue going down the long road to the King's Cave, the King's Cavern, somewhere along the way, Rufa, you see lovely shrubbery, trees, like the kind of beautiful scenery you'd see around the road. And then you start noticing out of the corner of your eye, you see some movement, and it's weird. Just double take. You realize the shrubberies by the roadside are actually breathing. And as you're looking at the shrubberies and realizing they're moving, you suddenly hear a sound. What languages do you speak, Rufa?
I speak Elven, Sylvian, Draconic, and Celestial.
Got it. So you start hearing this voice come out going, and suddenly the shrubbery bursts open like a pimple. and you see this goopy pus start just coming out of it, and breaking out of the pus, you are surrounded by this goblin attempt at an ambush. But the good thing is Rufus sees it. Rufus sees it coming. And since you've clued everyone in, the ambush does not work.
Sweet.
But
It's gonna be like ambush.
yeah. All right. This bush is a bloblin, and then all of a sudden opens up, goblins pop out.
PJ,
Yes.
since Woodward isn't here, you
Hmm.
have to shout, Shrublands!
I think I can do that.
Please.
Shrublands! We got us some shrublands! So Woodward points and goes, I think those are some shrublands. So the shrublands burst open. Goblins come popping out. Morel, who's already been putting on his armor and doing his morning prayers, just goes, what in Alfred's name is a shrubland? He points his head out and goes, oh, you've got to be joking me. And then Tobias goes, oh, this is lovely. I would love to slaughter something. Everyone roll initiative.
Sweet. See, at the rate this is going, we're going to be level 3 by no time.
That's
Hey.
right.
Say that now.
24!
Woo! Sidney got a 24.
I sure done did.
14.
14 for Sam. What'd you get?
26.
Kylie's got 26, like a boss.
Sadly, I think I'm gonna be trailing the pack with a 11.
Michael's got an
Ooh.
11. Goblins rolled a 3.
Goblins rolled better than I.
No, 3. Roll of you have 11.
I know, but raw roll was a 2.
Oh. You know, Rufa, you didn't have to flex that hard, but we thank you for it. Let's see here. Let me get their stats up. There we go. Okay. So with that 3, yeah, they got a 5. All right. And the hobgoblins. Okay. So, the goblins pop out with their one hobgoblin boss, trying to keep these idiots' attention in line. The other group that pops up the other side, they immediately get met by Hera, Antigone, Morel, and Tobias. You are attacked on the right side by 6 goblins and 1 hobgoblin. Going first is Kylie. Kylie, you see 6 hobgoblins kind of in a flying V formation, with a hobgoblin who stands about a foot taller than them with a sword and a shield, and he's shouting in Goblin.
We're gonna mark the hobgoblin as prey, and we're gonna lock and load.
All right. Go ahead and rack around into your bow.
Is a 27 hit?
Yeah, 27 definitely hits. Let me double check to make sure that's not a
Okay.
dirty crit, because you know me, I love my dirty crits. All right. I'll tell you what, why don't you do the damage now, and when I get the confirmation of their AC, we'll just double that. How's that sound?
Right on. Right. Want to make sure I'm doing the right dice. And a D4, that's right. Ugh, that's not great. That's 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. So your first shot. Now, by the way, you still have that special ring you got. Remember that bonus, the special ring. So the hobgoblin
Ooh,
takes.
could you remind me what that does real fast?
Sure thing. The Ring of Stubborn Sight. The polished wooden ring with golden inlay bears a symbol of an eye with the arrow of Shulg. Like Shulg, who stops at nothing when in pursuit of an idea or prey, so too does the wearer's aim. Wearing this ring grants a +2 to perception checks, but during a turn as one action, somatic component, the ring comes with 2 charges that can be recharged at the beginning of the day. These charges can be used to cast True Strike on yourself from the ring. So one action lets you cast True Strike up to twice a day. Basically giving you a chance to
Sick.
roll and roll again.
Right on. Since he still marked his prey, I'm just going to hit him again.
All right. Hit him again.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit total. The 19 will hit. The
Ooh.
27 is not. Oh, it's 1 point away from being a dirty crit. So you're going to hit the once, you're going to hit the twice. Give me that damage on that second hit.
3.
3 damage. Okay, so it's 3 damage 2 times. All right. Perfect. So the hobgoblin's just just saying, "Ow!" As 2 arrows just hit him. Pap, pap. Nope, marked prey. 2 shots. I think your turn is done. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have Sidney. Sidney, you have the 6 goblins from the hobgoblin in the back. What do you do?
I'm going to hit the goblin that is farthest away with my divine lance. I'm just gonna hit him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay, I sure will. Does a math. Oh, the math. Does a 23 hit?
23 definitely hits.
Sweet.
Pardon my cough.
I feel like it's been so long. Since I've hit something with magic. That is going to be 8 points of damage.
Damn. Okay. 8 points of damage. And Divine Lance is 2 actions?
Divine Lance is technically 2 actions. So, with my last action, I will cast Guidance on Ichi's going next.
She is not going next.
Who in our party is going next?
Oh, the next person in the party is Ichi, yes.
Okay, then I'm going to boop her with +1 status bonus on attack rolls and saving throws and whatnot.
All
Go. Shoot out with my beautiful light of Aphra, and I go, absolutely not. What are shrublands? We've already had bloblins. And then I just go, tag it to Ichi. And a little flower just pops out of her shoulder.
Nice. All right, next up is the hobgoblin. The hobgoblin is basically going to shout something. The goblins stay in formation, and he raises his shield up and proceeds to just kind of give a battle cry. You see all the other goblins just start getting super psyched, they're smacking their heads into their weapons, and they're pounding their chests like chimpanzees, and it's ah! And they're just ready to thrash. That will be the hobgoblin's turn. And next up we have Sam. What are you gonna do?
Okay. What creature would be closest to Ichi?
The goblins would be closest, as they're kind of making a little semicircle in front of the hobgoblin.
Okay, Ichi's just gonna launch herself out of the wagon, whatever we call this thing that we drive, the cart, and go for the first one she sees.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Is it the one that Alona has already hurt, or a different one?
Oh, good question. A different one.
Okay.
Let's see. What is that? Math. That is 14 to hit.
14 to hit the goblin. That will miss.
Oh, alas. Okay. So she'll go ahead and be really angry that she missed and rage.
All right, into that rage.
And then I think, is that, how much is my rage?
Action wise, I believe
Yeah.
I want to say it's 1 action to rage.
Okay. So I'm done then, huh?
Yes, moving, attacking, and entering a rage. Yes, I believe so.
So Ichi's just angry, waiting for the next opportunity.
All right. After Sam, Michael. What does Rufa do?
All right. Would the hobgoblin be within range of the reach of the whip that Rufa has?
What's the reach of the whip? 10 feet?
I think it just says reach.
Okay, yeah, that's probably 10 feet then. In order to probably hit the hobgoblin with that range, you'd probably have to be standing directly in front of a goblin.
Okay. Well, so that basically for me to hit the hobgoblin, that would take an action.
You have to move up to a goblin and then roll to hit the hobgoblin.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do that. First, I'm going to use my free action to use athletic stratagem. Because actually,
Okay.
I'm not going to attack. I'm actually going to trip. Let's see, 1 second. I believe I got a 24 on that, so yeah. I'm tripping the hobgoblin with athletic stratagem with my whip.
Okay, 24 to hit that sweet trip. Oh, yeah, it's a crit. So it's a dirty crit, I should say. So what happens when you dirty crit on a trip?
Okay, Rufa's he's gonna launch himself following Itchy's maneuver. Using one hand, launches himself out of the cart, does kind of a little spin in the air, swings his whip at the feet of the hobgoblin, which wraps around him. He kind of runs up to the hobgoblin, kind of does that bounces off, like he jumps up, does a kick, bounces off of the goblin, causing him to flip back, tripping the goblin. And with his last action, he's going to kind of make another movement roll to get out of range as far as he can.
All right, so you kind of do this like amazing leap off the cart. You easily leap like 10 feet onto the goblin's head, whip the hobgoblin by the feet, backflip off the goblin's head, backflip about 5 feet away from the goblin. So there's about a good space between you and the goblin. While the hobgoblin is just going, and then just goes ass over tea kettle, whips and lands on his back in, you can tell, is plate mail. The guy's, well, like plate enforced leather armor, and he's bam, sprawled out the ground, and he's just not happy about it.
Rufa's gonna end it with the kind of that dance pose and that tango dance pose with a little stomp. Ha!
Huzzah! Very, very nice. Now the 6 goblins are going to go. So really first, the one that you just jumped off his head, he starts looking at you, and in common he starts to sing, bang, bang, pots and pans, broomsticks, bricks, and I wash my hands. And he's just singing the dumbest song you've ever heard. He's like, Band-Aids taste like rubbery feet. I don't like to eat my meat. I eat the baby. And he's just screaming this at you, this horrible song. I need to make a performance check against your will DC. So give me a will DC. What is the bonus to your will power?
I got a plus 8.
Plus 8, so it's an 18. I have to beat an 18. All right. Let's see, what's the bonus to this annoying thing? Why is that the case? Okay, so with a 23, he beats your willpower DC. It's not a critical success, but it is a success. For 1 round, you take a -1 penalty to perception checks and will saves.
This is so weird. Is that the logic?
Yep. It's called Goblin Song. It's 1 action. So after he's singing this stupid song, just saying like crackers and cheese, monkey bleed, and then, just runs at you with this dog slicer, this kind of gnarled curled blade. And just jumps at you with a giant stab. What's your AC?
19. Now, right now it's 19.
Cool. Well, it's not a crit, but it is a 26, so he's gonna hit you. Not for much. He's gonna do 4 slashing damage as he just goes for a quick slice with his dog slicer. The other ones are gonna continue. The one that got shot by Ilona, he's gonna look to her and he's just gonna say, "Picking flowers, breaking roses. Picking flowers, breaking roses." What's your willpower, DC?
10.
All right. So it's a plus 10 to your willpower save.
Plus 10, yeah.
Cool. That'd be a 20. So that means 21 just beats it. You are just annoyed by this goblin just continuously singing about just destroying roses and flowers and things. You get a -1 status penalty to perception checks and will saves for 1 minute. He's going to use his 2 actions to run up to you. You're by the wagon still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And technically, I think I'm still in the wagon.
Yeah, he's going to use his 2 actions basically to scramble up to you and break formation. The other one, who saw Ichi swing and a miss, is going to start singing at her, and he is going to just continuously sing. Nope, that's copyright. I can't sing that. All right, he's going to do this. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. Just singing the word bubbles over and over again. What's your willpower bonus?
8.
8. Okay, so it'd be 18. Ah, he only got a 14. You find his stupid song quite comedic as opposed to annoying and grating.
Just drive
So-
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bubbles. Gonna hit you.
And then he realizes the song doesn't work and he goes, meh, 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 meh. And as he starts to get mad, you see a rock nearby starts to float and he just goes, meh, and this rock just flings at you. And critically fails. The rock... Hold on.
I feel like an earthbender in the live action Avatar movie.
Yeah, but like not cool. Let's see here. Okay, so it flies by, it hits a tree, and the rock just breaks. I was rolling to see if it was going to hit any of your allies on the opposite side in the back of the head, but it whiffed so much, it just went right by them. So that's his 3 actions. 1, 2, 3. All right, Shonibus, you're going to get a song. Ooh. What's your willpower, DC?
+5.
+5, so it's a total of 15.
Yeah. Oh no. PJ.
Oh, he crit.
Um,
Oh, he crit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, okay, so he starts singing. He's basically like turning his butt to you and shaking and goes, but. I got a big old froggy butt. I don't know. I'm just trying to pull these songs out. So he's singing about his froggy butt. This is horrible because you're looking at his green pimply butt as he's singing about it. And you take a -2 status penalty to perception checks and willpower saves for 10 minutes.
Ugh.
This is the worst.
And with the rest of his action, he is going to turn around and look at the hobgoblin on the ground, and he just points at him and he goes, "No, big small man, suck less." And the guy on the ground just goes, "Huh?" The hobgoblin on the ground just kind of looks confused by it. He goes, suck less. And he casts Inspire Courage as a cantrip on the hobgoblin.
He's a bard.
Let's see. So that's, I think it's the 4 of you. Another one is gonna run at Ichi and just start opening up with a bunch of dog slice strikes. So movement, 1 strike. That's gonna be a 24. Ichi, what is your AC?
It is a 16 right now because I'm raging. So
That's right. Okay, so 24 is not a crit, but it is a hit. Next strike is gonna. So he almost dirty crits you, and then actually, on his second attack, critical fails to hit you. So the only damage he does to you is 7 slashing damage, as he just kind of runs up and he slices, and then he goes for the other slice, whiffs, and he ends up cutting his own other goblin friend in the head for another 6 damage.
rough, buddy.
And he's just kind of looking as the blade is kind of sticking in this goblin's like oblong football head, and he's like, "I'm not sorry. You're too close." So with that, I believe that's the end of the goblins go. At top of the next round, we have Kylie. What are you gonna do?
She's going to, as the other goblin's turning around and like walking off, they're just saying to her, she's like, and docks an arrow and shoots.
All right. Which one? Remind me again. Which one are you aiming at?
The one that sang to her.
Got it. Okay.
Nah, that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, 23. Cool. All right, dice, don't fail me now. That's 1 damage.
Okay.
That one's going into dice jail.
Yeah.
We are then going to use my ring to then not take penalties for this next shot and fire again.
All right. Basically, just you're gonna be rolling the d20 twice. And you're gonna take the biggest one.
Ooh. It's a 19 to hit.
That will hit successfully. Go ahead and roll that sweet damage.
Are you kidding me? That's another 1.
Yikes.
Dice and dice jail.
So, you get 2 grazing shots on the goblin, who just kind of goes, Miso no likes his Bobo shooter boy. No. Next up is Sidney.
Okay, I'm going to use my hand wraps of heavenly peace, and I'm gonna boop this goblin that's up on the cart with me right in the snoot.
Booping on that snoot.
Boop him on the snoot. All right. Okay. Math. Does a 19 hit him?
Yes, it does.
Yay! Cool. Sweet. Oh, I just realized it was actually. I forgot that the hand wraps. Heavenly, please give me a +1 to hit as well as a +1 to damage. That is 5 non-lethal damage. As I just go, ah!
The goblin's sitting going,
Misa no smell smellsers.
getting 5 damage.
Sweet. Is that one action? I don't do combat in Pathfinder. I forget.
Totally okay. Yes, attacking once is 1 action. So you can attack again. Actually, you can technically attack 3 times if you haven't done anything else.
I mean, I don't see why Lona would just be like, I'm sorry, punch again.
Go right ahead. Roll at a -4.
Oh dear. Does a 15 hit?
I don't believe so. Let me confirm really fast.
Okay.
It does not. A 15 does not hit.
Okay, then I miss. I go, ah! Duh! My training's rusty. I'm gonna. If I do it again, is it at another -4?
It'll be at a -6.
Oh dear. Oh man.
Or is it a -8? No, it's a.
oh,
Either way, it's at least above a -5.
right, which will not help me. Cool. In that case, I'm gonna use my final action to cast guidance on Sam again.
Okay.
I go, ah! I hit him, and I miss. I go, ooh, I boopy cheek.
I love that. Hey, can I boop Ichi as a full action? Sure. All right.
In a nice way, though.
Of course.
In a nice way.
The goblin gets back up. I'm sorry, the hobgoblin gets back up from that amazing sweep. He is going to drop his sword and pull out a short bow. We'll drop both a sword and shield, pull out a short bow, and take aim at Alona. And he says in common, and he says, heal, heal, feel good, double die twice now. And he fire at you. Why? So he rolls a 10. 2 on the die face, he rolls a 10, and his only attack completely misses you. Next up is Sam.
Okay, so guidance. What do I get for guidance again? I forgot already.
I believe you get
In
a
my
plus.
notes, I have it as a +1 to attack, saves, and actions.
There you go.
Sweet. Okay, I'm going for that goblin that sang me the bubble song. And I'm gonna roll to hit him with my retribution axe.
There you go. If
I want
any of the
retribution for that.
if any of the goblins hit you, then the effect should take into effect, and you'd be doing a +2 damage to the goblin.
Okay, for damage. Good. To
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Cool. So that is, and I have a +1. It's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Yes. Let me get my damage die. Oh, yeah, there we go. So that is a... Ooh, and I'm raging. So we've got 12. 12 damage.
12 damage. Is that the die plus strength plus rage +2?
Oh, is it plus? Oh, I didn't do the +2, so that's 14. Yeah.
So, the one who's shaking his butt. No. The butt was someone else. The one who's doing bubbles. You
Like-
just hack into this guy, and when the blade comes back, you just see him like eyes all kind of crooked, bleeding profusely as the goblin is beyond bloodied, and he's just like,
Mason sing song. You know appreciate music making voice towing. Well, both of you.
so that's one action. This guy is really pissed at you. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna say to him, I call this move no talent. And I'll roll to hit him again.
All right, put this guy out of his misery.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's see. That's a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. All right, let me double check. That will miss, unfortunately.
Bummer.
Just barely.
Okay, so that was just 2 actions so far.
You can do a third attack if you want, or you can do something else.
Do a third attack. 'Cause she's just angry.
She's a small anger.
I don't know if that one's gonna do it. That will be calculator. That's a 20. Oh wait, that's good. 21. I don't know how to do basic math.
It's quite all right. That 21
Might
hits
use a
solid. Roll damage. I want to know how much you overkilled this goblin.
14.
So at a -12, Ichi, why not? Tell me the tale of how you just completely obliterate this one goblin.
Oh man. So Ichi's just like, she has a lot of rage, for goblins that prey on innocents, but she has more rage for people who put on awful performances to captive audiences. So she just channels all that anger into a big ol' retribution axe swipe. Just wants to put him out of his misery and everyone's misery.
So with like the raging barbarian equivalent of get good scrub, you just splatter and pop this goblin right on the side of the road. And he just lies bifurcated in 2 pieces, dead. Nicely done. 1 less goblin on the battlefield. There's 5 still alive, and of course the hob behind him. Next up is Michael. What are you gonna do, Rufa?
Is the hob still prone?
No, he is standing up, and he has dropped his sword and shield in favor of a short bow.
Is he within whip reach?
He should still be. He hasn't really moved much.
Okay.
Correction. No, sorry. He is
no.
5 feet out of whip reach. My mistake. Sorry.
Okay. Then would it be possible for me to get within whip reach?
Yes, there is a goblin directly in front of you who attacked you last round, so you will have to get around him.
Oh, okay. Actually. Oh, I could do this. This would be fun. Do I have? Wait. Ooh, I could do the acrobatics to go through hostile square, right?
Absolutely. Just get above a 15. You should be able to get there without any problems.
Oh, do I have to roll my free action first though for the athletic stratagem though? Or is that a free action just could be any time before it's done?
I believe a free action is basically any time in your turn before you're doing the thing.
All right, cool. I'm gonna use acrobatics to move through. Let's see. And I still have that -1 penalty, right?
Yes, to willpower and perception.
Okay, so it doesn't affect my acrobatics roll.
No, shouldn't affect that at all.
Then I got a 16.
Okay, 16 acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Yeah, describe for me how you acrobatics your way around this silly goblin.
Okay. Rufa's going to basically, since the goblin is pretty short, he's literally going to jump up and kind of almost basically hand on the goblin's top of the head, parkour off of the goblin.
Okay.
Kind of leapfrog parkour.
So I was gonna say you leapfrog over the goblin. As you jump over him, you're gonna see him going, ah! Just kind of awkwardly screaming. You easily vault over him. The goblin's behind you. The hobgoblin's in front of you. He's within whip range.
I am now going to use athletic stratagem.
All right.
That is a 23.
That puts the hobgoblin right back on his ass again.
Wait, no, not 23. No, sorry.
Oh, well, in that case.
25, actually, sorry.
Oh. Yeah, the dude just, like, one leg after the other, flips back up, lands on the ground, and you can just see him fuming in frustration as he's once again knocked prone.
And I still have one last action, which I'm going to... This time I'm actually going to make a attack roll with the melee penalty.
Okay, you're going to attack the downed hobgoblin?
Yeah.
All right.
Would I be able to do strategic strike on that, actually?
I'm trying to remember how strategic strike works. I believe strategic strike is the action.
Oh, okay. Then it'll be just a regular attack then.
Yeah.
No. It's actually when making a strike that adds your intelligence modifier to defend.
Yeah, so it's the action to attack is a strategic strike.
Okay, cool. And I got a... Wait, it's a -4, right?
Yes.
I got a 17.
Hold on. He's still wearing armor, even though he's prone, but he's flat-footed. That hits.
Yes. I mean, it's not going to be much as a whip, but still.
I mean, it's 1d4 plus strength, right?
Yeah.
better than 1d nothing plus 0.
I got a 4.
All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. So after you whip him, trip him up, you kind of do a quick Molinet, and you bring the whip down hard, and you could even see him kind of just kind of moving around the impact of the whip blow, and you almost hear like a squeak, like a chew toy that's been crushed and then released. It's like as the hobgoblin recovers and recoils. Next up, the goblins. The one in front of Ilona, who has been peacefully punched a few times, is now going to slice Ilona.
Oh, fine.
And let's see here. That is going to be a 21 to hit. Does a 21 hit?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the second one is going to miss tremendously with a die face of 2. And last but not least, and shout out to Adam Jenner in the chat for correcting me. It's a -8 at this point. So that would be a 9. So he's going to miss. But he's going to hit you one time for 4 slashing damage. Not much, but 4 slashing damage.
He doesn't get me. I have shield.
So he brings up that sword. He's about to strike, and then suddenly you bring up your shield. Describe for me how the shield looks very fast.
The shield is just a gigantic passion flower that emits out of Ilona's hands, radiating with gold and purple light. So she just like, nope.
Nice. So that light pops up, and the goblin puts his weight and full bore into the blow, and I think it's the only time in the entire show that someone has hit your shield and not broken it immediately. He cuts it and then stares at it, and then looks at his dog slicer, and just kind of looks confused at this flower. So he does absolutely nothing effective with the rest of his turn.
PJ, really quick, where's Morel in all this? And also Tobias.
Earlier stated, Morel, Hera, Antigone, and Tobias on the left side of the road fighting the other ambush.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ichi. One of the goblins near you in formation will critically attack you.
Okay.
With a critical 20. So that means... Okay, the first hit is going to do 12 damage to you.
Okay.
Second one is going to miss entirely. Third one's going to miss entirely. So he just starts swinging wildly, but somewhere in the midst of this swing, he gets a clean shot right across the collarbone, shoulder, neck area, and gets a nice deep cut around your shoulder bone. I'm sorry, your collarbone. That's the one goblin. Oh, and you start noticing your axe, if you haven't seen already. You see a skull on there, and as the goblins are attacking you, you can start seeing the skull get covered by like muscle tissue and fat cells, and the eyeballs come in and find the last layer of like goblin skin. So now your axe has this goblin head on it, and it hungers for goblin blood. Another goblin is going to turn to the hobgoblin, and you see him just going ha ha ha, and eventually this like light just hits the hobgoblin, and he starts glowing all impressive and powerful. He casts Bless on the hobgoblin, and with his last round or last turn, he strikes out at Ichi and misses tremendously. So don't worry about it. Okay, so I think I'm missing one, but just be safe. The one behind Rufa, tap. Okay, so you're getting critted from behind. 1 second.
Darn it.
So no, okay, good.
Am I
All
dead?
right. No, you're not dead. You're not dead. I was just making sure we did the wrath right. So you take 12 slashing damage right in the back. As you realize you're now kind of like, you put yourself in this pickle. A goblin behind you, and now a blessed hobgoblin about 10 feet in front of you. So With that, the goblins are done. I believe one has gone unhit, and the hobgoblin is blessed and pissed. Top of the third round, we have Kylie. What do you do?
We're going back to the hobgoblin, given that he is still marked as prey.
Mm-hmm. He is
And
knocked
now that
prone.
he's-
He is knocked prone, so that will be penalties.
What is that? What penalty is that?
I believe for a downed opponent, it is a -4 with
For
a
my
ranged
roll,
weapon.
right?
With the ranged weapon. Yeah.
Man, and I don't really want to get off my horse.
You
But we're
gotta
going
look
to
good.
anyway.
There you go.
We're going to get off the horse as a move. Is that a movement? Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Or at least getting over to him.
Actually, I believe dismounting a horse is 2 actions.
Two
Because I
actions.
believe cavaliers can dismount in 1 action.
It's a long dismount.
I mean, considering you're doing it like
Oh.
3 to 6 seconds, that's not. I mean, that's not bad.
Valid. I don't think I can get over. Can I get over to him
If you dismount
and
run
still
up
have a
to
chance to hit him?
No, unfortunately not. With the dismount in the movement, you would be all out of actions.
Yeah. We are going to aim for the one that blessed him.
All right, roll to hit.
Oh, that's not gonna. That's a 10. Sorry, 11.
11 will miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I thought. These dice aren't treating me well today. That's fine. We're gonna shoot again with a penalty of 4.
There you go.
Nat 20.
Yes! All right. That is a critical hit. That will definitely hit. Roll double dice, and of course, add double your bonus damage.
And a D10. Come on, don't fail me now. Okay. Hold on, math. That's 21 damage.
Oh my god, oh my god. So, yeah. Hold on. So, taking this character from full health to -5 HP, Shionibus, tell me the tale of how you critically obliterate this, I don't know, pimple of a goblin.
She just looks at him and it's like, why? And just like slow motion, like Katniss Everdeen, just like pulls back, waits a second, and just like bing, and then like turns and like doesn't even look to see where it hit.
So just like the blind fire and the no look. Yeah, so you no look, you shoot this guy, and you hear like that satisfying squish when you know you just trepanned this Goomba. Just and he is dead. There is 1, 2, 3. There is 4 goblins are standing. 2 have been critically destroyed. The hobgoblin is not looking too good either. I believe you have 2 actions left. 1, 2, 1.
I think I have 1.
All right.
Yes.
Do you want to roll to hit another target?
Yeah. Let's go for which one's closest to Alona?
One in front of me.
There's one
The one in
directly
front of you?
for attacking her. Yeah.
Solid. We'll aim for that one. Oh, that's definitely not going to miss. That's like a -10.
Oh boy. So Alona, as you're kind of squaring up and the goblin is just looking confused at the flower, you see this arrow just pass behind his head, just thunk, and you something on the other side. Hey, what were you aiming with that arrow?
Oh.
Was it Tobias?
Totally Tobias.
You should move next time.
I'm 40 feet away from you. I'm moving as far as oh bloody hell, you green little scamp, and you can hear Tobias running off to something else. All right, next up is Sidney. Sidney, you got that guy in front of you. What do you do?
All right. I'm gonna heal Rufa first. So I'm gonna use that 30-foot bolt of healing energy towards him. So, where's my D10? Here you are. All right, that's gonna be 2 actions. So that is... Rufus healed 13 points of health.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see just the brightest passion flowers shooting out of my right hand. And if I attack now that I've used a spell with my hand, is that a thing I can do?
Absolutely, if you have the actions for it. And I will say no multiple attack penalty because technically speaking, that wasn't an attack.
Yeah! Woo woo! All right, cool. I'm gonna try and punch him in the face. Cool.
Punch him in his stupid goblin face.
Nat 20!
Yes.
Hell yeah, okay.
Yes.
Double the dice and double the enhancement damage. You earn
Oh,
that
yeah.
right, because this is the way of peace you're punching him with.
I'm like, I don't want to kill you. All right, let's do this. Those 2d8 plus 2. Ah, no, the floor. Come back. Come back. Okay, there we go.
Guys, come back.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. This is so much. That's 18 points of non-lethal damage.
18 points of non-lethal. Oh my god. Okay. This is interesting because this is your first melee victory. Alona, taking the creature to -7. Tell me the tale of how you knock his lights out.
Oh, I knock him out so hard. Okay. So at this point, Alona is incredibly frustrated because she's never been able to knock anyone out with these things yet, and she's just very flustered. So what she's gonna do, she's just gonna be like, I don't want you to die because I don't think you're inherently bad just because you're in an army that wants to kill us. And she just goes, ugh! And she just, right there in the eyes, just, and then I imagine he goes tipping over and she goes, sorry.
So you just lay into him with a good overhand right, and he whips back. His eyes kind of get all weird. You see, the heavy light, this heavenly light, I should say, sorry, heavenly light of passion flowers kind of bloom over his eyelids as he just kind of falls asleep and then just topples back and just falls off. And you're looking at him going, sorry. He's just unconscious on the ground,
Sweet.
just scratching himself all over.
And I imagine he is one little flower just boofing out of his head. Instead of one of those cartoon bumps, it's just a flower just curling up.
Canon, I'll accept it. He's got this kind of adorable passion flower just growing out of his forehead. Yeah. Total canon. I'm here for it.
Yay. Cool.
All right. So you healed with 2 actions and you attacked with 1 and did the job. I believe that's your turn, and what a good turn. Next up is the Blessed Hobgoblin, who see that his unit has basically been dismantled and he's just fuming. So he runs over to the Luchadora and, I'm sorry, let me rephrase this. He drops the bow, picks up the sword, and runs over to the Luchadora. So with his 1 action left to attack, he's going to attack. All right, so that is, because of Bless, a little better than normal. Does a 16 hit you, Ichi?
I'm still raging, so my AC is 16.
All right, so that will hit on a turn. Go. Okay. He's gonna do 9 slashing damage with the sword, just kind of cutting across, and that's really all he can do right now. But you notice that your axe doesn't change, but it kind of pulsates and intensifies, because technically hobgoblins are just variants of a goblin, so have fun with that. Next up is perfect. Sam, your go.
All right, taking that axe, hitting that hobgoblin. See what we get.
All right.
Okay, that is let's see what our math is here today, folks. Math time. Everyone's favorite.
Herbloody's favorite.
So 22 to hit?
22 to hit will definitely hit.
Sweet. All right. So that is I got a +2 for the axe, is that correct?
For damage, yes.
It's 7 points of damage.
All right.
Not as good as normal.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't add my strength.
Oh, you gotta have the strength.
Oh my god. 11. I can do math.
Okay. So, Ichi, you swing this axe. It hits solid. I need you to tell me the tale of how you murder this blessed hobgoblin.
Well, first of all, it's not murder because he attacked us. Just so
Self-defense.
you know.
Self-defense, yeah.
Is what Ichi thinks. And at this point, Ichi is looking a bit pretty rough, actually. Kind of beat up, and when she gets to be this injured, she is a little bit less flair for the dramatic, but the rage is like the through line, which is still going strong. So she's just like huffing and puffing and just chopping that hobgoblin down, and she will probably take him out right around calves area.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's nasty. So you just clip him by the calves, and I mean, you can just see the hobgoblin just kind of standing with the sword. All of a sudden, he goes, "Hit!" And he's at first his initial reaction is, "I've been tripped again," and then he looks at his knees and realizes he's missing about 6 to 8 inches of his body, and he's like, "Ah!" And then eventually shock settles in, and he starts foaming at the mouth and shaking, and then dies a horrible, painful death as you have basically just cut him at the legs.
Yikes.
Ooh.
I mean, hey, for a minute I thought when you said I'm gonna cut him like this, I thought you were gonna Darth Maul him. And I'm like, yeah, cut him across the gut. All right. So that was what, 1 action to hit? So
Yeah.
you just got 2 more.
Oh god. Okay. So Ichi's just raging. Who's the next goblin? Who's next? So that's what she's thinking, looking around.
So you got 3 goblins near you. One of which is blood. Actually, 2 of which are bloodied. One hasn't been touched yet.
She doesn't like that one that hasn't been touched. She's just like, you should be suffering like I am.
So metal.
That is 23 to hit.
That'll definitely hit. Not a crit, that'll definitely hit.
Cool. Let's do this. Ooh, that was so close to being a big number on the die, but it's not. It's decent. No, it's not that decent, but we still get +2 on the axe, so it is a 9.
9 damage. All right. You have bloodied the goblin that has been basically backstabbing Rufa this whole time. So how dare he? And as you just swing your axe, just goblin ichor green blood spills everywhere. He's still alive. He's just not looking good. You have, I believe, well, you moved to him, so that will be your turn. You killed 1.5 goblins. Very good turn. Next up, well, the hobgoblin's dead, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Michael, you're up, my man. What are you gonna do?
All right. That bloody goblin that Itchy did what she did to. Let's see. First, I'm going to trip him first. I'm guessing because we're kind of now that goblin's flanked because it's between me and Itchy, right?
Yes, he is.
All right.
So that will make him flat-footed. So yeah.
Okay.
I also love the chat shouting, "Hobble that goblin." Penguin Witch Doctor, you get a hero point for your home game. Tell them I said so.
Did my the debuff that I had wear off yet?
No, I think I said for a minute.
Oh,
Either
okay.
way, it's a -1 to willpower and perception. I don't know if that's going to affect your trip. So I think you're okay.
Okay, I got a 22 on it.
Oh yeah, you trip this goblin easily, and he is knocked prone.
All right, and now I'm going to roll Device Stratagem for Strategic Strike.
All right, roll to hit with that ability. A critical 20. Oh my goodness. All right, double the damage, double the dice, and double the intelligence modifier with your holy crit sound.
All right, let's see. So I doubled the damage dice, and then also do I double the Strategic Strike?
Yeah, you double. Ooh, yeah, I believe you do. Yeah, you double the damage of the weapon, double the strategic, and you'd also double the bonus modifier damage. You're gonna take a whip, and just like you're probably gonna put this boy through the blender. While you're rolling that, I'll be right back.
Y'all, we're killing it on the crits today.
I know. I'm
Look at us
for
go.
PJ to get back.
Also, one of my favorite parts of stream is when Kylie messages me just randomly to tell me that I look pretty, and then it just makes me so happy.
Aw.
It feels so nice. Feels so good.
Sitting there, and I was like, God, I was like, my best friend is gorgeous.
My heart is full. And our hearts grew 12 sizes that day.
Kylie, I actually had someone message me. One of my friends, Grebo, messaged me and was like, so do you and Kylie's characters just not get along? And I was like, no, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but like in real life, we're like BFFs. They're like, oh yeah, I got that. I was like, yeah.
We promise it's not real.
I feel like Shionovis and Ichi wouldn't get along if Ichi had any kind of like emotional awareness that Shionovis gets annoyed, but she like is it's like whoosh.
My apologies.
I do think Shionobis and Ichi like do get along fairly well because I feel like they're definitely on like the same wavelength.
Yeah.
I think you go with everybody else is just
Specifically
work
money.
acquaintances at this point.
Work acquaintances? Yeah.
Terribly sorry. What did I miss?
We're just talking about how much we love each other, and Michael rolled really cool stuff, right, Michael?
Yep.
I got cool stuff.
I got an 18, which is, I mean, not sound impressive, but remember, this is a freaking whip that has a 1d4 damage normally.
Yeah, this is like when a rogue takes a wooden spoon and like critically sneak attacks somebody, and it's like, a wooden spoon, I see 40 damage. So, Michael, that 18 damage, you just took this goblin to negative 10 HP. I need you to tell me the tale of how you killed him with this whip.
All right. Rufus kind of swings the whip around in kind of an arc, whips it around the goblin's leg. As he flips him over, he uses the momentum to almost do that Xena flip up in the air, which he does kind of a double somersault. And his feet are pointing down, so basically his entire weight from midair, boom, right in the goblin's skull, just obliterating it.
Oh God!
He does kind of, you know that in gymnastics when he does that, yeah. And Rufus gonna go 5 points for enthusiasm, 100 points for execution.
For the rule of cool, I'm gonna give you a hero point for that, my man. I don't know how much longer you're gonna get to use it, but you got a hero point, and it's like the sound and texture is like stepping on a bunch of bubble wrap that's been wrapped around some sponges. You get that kind of pop and that kind of squish. All right, whew. Killing them. Flip, hit. I think you have one more action.
Oh yeah, I do actually. Is there any other goblins around Itchy that we could get that flanking action on?
There are two, approximately about 10 feet to your left and right.
All right. You know what? I'm just going to. Ooh. Is demoralizing considered an attack? I forgot.
It's considered skill.
Skill?
Skill check, yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to. Rufa's going to demoralize one of those gobos.
All right, go right ahead.
That's intimidation, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to use that hero point.
Good, use
I
them while
didn't
you got
crit, but it was really low.
You crit, but it was a low crit.
No, I said I didn't crit, but it was really low.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
That's better. 23.
23. Yeah, no, there's no way he's got a plus 13. So yeah, you demoralize the goblin. The goblin just kind of goes, eh.
Flavor wise, Rufa, this is what Rufa does. He sees one of the goblin eyeball kind of rolling on the floor. He takes it and he kind of like a hacky sack flicks it over at the goblin. That's how he demoralized him.
In a panic state of fear, the goblin eats the eyeball of his own friend. As he just goes, and he looks at you and just goes, and swallows and goes, "Not Jeremy!" And then he starts kind of like backing off.
Rufa's going, that's not hygienic.
The goblin looks at you like,
Who is hygienic? I don't know him, son.
Okay, so that's your turn.
Yeah.
Next up are the gobos. I'm gonna make them make a quick check.
And one of them, I believe, now is frightened 1, right?
Yeah. You've definitely frightened one. Oh, this is perfect. So who does Sam? You speak Goblin? Am I right? Yeah. You hear the goblins start to like shout very loudly. It almost sounds like this collection of birds just squawking and chirping. And in Goblin, they're saying, "We should make a full retreat. I concur. A strategic retreat does indeed sound like to be the best course of action. I say we should make a full haste over to the King's Cave. Indeed, it is only but a few jaunting steps away. Come, brothers and sisters, let us be safe." And with that, all of the goblins proceed to just use their turn to run like hell. The two that you have left alive are just booking it on their turns. Does anyone have the reaction for attack of opportunity? I don't believe anyone does at this level. Okay. So they book it. As they do, you see another two that were being fought on the other side, just booking it as well. And these 4 goblins are just running down the road as fast as their little froggy legs will carry them. You see Morel, Antigone, Hera, and Tobias just kind of running into view as they're like, they're getting away. Should we chase after them and stop them? I mean, I can probably chase after them too.
Rufa is going. Oh, sorry.
You go. You go.
I don't know.
ahead.
Rufa's going to look. Everybody goes. In his best Sherlock Holmes impression, "The hunt is on."
PJ, where are they running?
They are running down the other end of the road towards the King's Cavern or the King's Cave, depending on who you are.
Yep, I had a feeling. Okay, everyone. This looks like this is going to be a full-blown rescue mission because that cave is full of goblins, and I have a feeling they wouldn't be retreating if there weren't a lot more in there.
I'm doing a little rough. I could fight more.
Alona is going to use one of her heals on Ichi.
PJ, really quick, is there any dry brush or anything around this forest? I think you know what I want to do.
I'm gonna say no.
It's a forest.
Shut him down.
By a major road. Yeah, no. But there is a bunch of shrublands if you want gooey like pimple pus.
Ah,
Ooh. Sam, you're healed 12 health. I think you done mute. No?
Nope.
Please, am I mute? I was just
No.
dramatically whispering.
Okay.
All right, well, let's all get back on and might as well finish them. Maybe we can catch them before they get too far.
Okay.
I could yell to them and ask them to give us the person back, and maybe they'll just stop. I'm gonna do it. Each will just start running.
Rufus gonna call out, keep an eye out for dry brush or anything burnable.
All right, each will just start
Wigbert would be
running.
so mad.
And like just try to get at least within earshot. Like she's not trying to catch up. And she will say in Goblin, "Excuse me, my dear sirs and madams and goblin days. We are looking for someone. You can retreat duly if you return this person to us. Please stop running."
Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
I think that I have.
I don't believe I could aid her with this, right? Since I don't speak Goblin. I mean, can I make hand gestures behind her?
I'm trying to think if you could. It's really difficult because she's speaking to them in her language to start this negotiation. If you could do something to make it seem like you're not a threat, maybe I would allow aid.
Could Rufa temporarily lay his whip on top of his foot and open hand? Does that count?
I think I think you would know this in character. If you put it on the dirt in front of you as opposed to on your foot, that would probably be a stronger gamble for this kind of thing.
All right. You know what? Rufa does that.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll allow you to roll aid on diplomacy.
$18.
Okay. So Sam, you got a +1. What was your diplomacy check?
Thinking I might use a hero point. It was a 12.
Yeah, let's be
I'm
safe.
gonna do it.
Let's be safe and use a hero point.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I forget, is that a reroll or is that auto success? It's been a
Just
while.
roll again. Yeah. It's all good.
I have such a high bonus too. That's more like it. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
And I have a +1.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 20, a dirty 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love to hear. So as you're saying the whole thing, the goblins kind of slow down to a stop. And they look, and in Goblin, they're like, I should say so, but which one do you want us to give you? We have so many in the cave. The great king and the mighty baron have instructed us to abscond ye with all those double talls. So it makes only sense that if you were to say one, we would inquire as to whom or whomst, depending on who, of course, to your nomenclature.
Yes, I concur that the specific person that we are looking for is quite important. How about you go to your king, have him bring them all out, and we will negotiate. And let him know it's very important to negotiate because we have a bit of a pyro on our team, and he's looking for things to burn down right now, and we don't want that to happen, do we?
Yes, we can feel the fire burning in this one, like so much goblin science. But unfortunately, we really wouldn't have the ability to go to the king and, of course, his baron and ask for all of them. In fact, we're tasked to abscond with them. But if you give us just one, mayhaps we can bring back the one in which you ask for.
We'll start with one, I think, is as a show of good faith, yes. And she will relay the person's name that they're looking for, which Ichi completely remembers, even though Sam does not.
That's very okay. Doesn't matter because the goblins go, whom? I don't know a Flannis. Can you describe them? Are they regular small? Are they tall? Are they double tall? Are they mean green? Are they whimsy T or are they whimsy B? Which description would you possibly use?
They're a gnome, right?
They're a gnome.
Okay. You know, the short ones like me, but like shorter, smaller, and throw in some other like posh descriptors in goblin tongue.
They look at each other and go, I say, she's speaking of a double small whimsy tea. And one of them raises their hands. Is this a trying to think of what a goblin would assign a gender, how that would work. Okay, is this a? None of this is going to be appropriate for stream. Is this a peas on tree or peas on dirt?
Upon the dirt, verily, I assume.
Okay, yes. We are looking for a peas on dirt, double small whimsy tea. Oh yes, we abducted her like 2 days ago. Absolutely, yes. Why don't we go to the jail cells below ground and find her, and bring her back?
Quickly, the pyro gets antsy.
Yes. Fire does require immediacy. We'll be right back. And the goblins just kind of flap their big, flappy feet into the king's cave. And as they're doing so, you can hear them say, I should say, if we decide to bring this one out, the king and the baron might be very mad. They may, in fact, kill and or eat us. Yes. But if we let this one go, perhaps we can steal more people. Oh, yeah, stealing more people would make Megaw very happy. Okay, well, let's just go and steal this one and see what happens. So they vanish.
Ichi's gonna relay everything that happened. They've got a difficult dialect, but I spent a lot of years studying this in school, so I'm like all right at it. Anyway, I don't think they're not. Hopefully, they bring her out. Rufai, let them know that you like to burn things down, so I think that should sweeten the pot a little bit.
Rufa's gonna be like, this time. But Rufa, just to let it be known, Rufa is not a pyro.
Shionibus looks at him and is like, debatable.
That was only twice.
Alona, it looks like you have some
A lot of things stood out to me from what you said. They said there's a king and there's a baron. We were told by Nadir to watch out for a green king. The green king. Find out information about the green king. And then they mention Megaw.
And this multiple prisoner situation, it is quite concerning.
That cave is probably full of people from this area. We can't just leave them there.
No. But we
But-
cannot buy our... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Michael.
Rufus like, but we cannot by our lonesome take on this boss. Perhaps go to grip upon the bed to gather more forces.
Megaw, isn't he the one that is making these quote unquote Franken orcs? Or am I thinking of someone else? It's highly possible. I still haven't had any coffee today.
From what we know, from what we can put together, yes, that person is the one that is creating all the monstrosities that we have come across so far. If he's in that cave,
He's probably using the hostages as experiments.
Well, maybe when they bring out the one, I can get more information about how many people are in there, how many goblins are in there, and then we can strategize.
Why don't we have this negotiation be Ichi and one other person, and then the rest of us get ready for an ambush if something goes wrong? Until we get all the information, the rest of us all hang out and just wait it out until we get the information we need, and then we jump them.
I think that's a good idea, Shonibus.
All right, who's coming with me?
We need someone that looks strong and intimidating. She looks at Morel.
You see Morel kind of goes, starts like he kind of like stroking his long Arcadian beard, and he kind of like scratches his 3 scars on his head, and he goes, "You need me to be intimidating? Just like how intimidating are we talking about? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 10 or like a 7?"
I mean, like a 12.
All right. And then he kind of sighs and goes, I swore I'd never do this again. Tobias, I'm gonna need your sword. And Tobias looks at me and goes, no, it's first of all mine. And then he looks at Tobias and he just gives him this like intense dad stare. And he goes, you give me that sword right now, or I will break your wrist and take it from you. And Tobias goes, you're a very rude paladin. I'm just saying. And then he takes it by the blade and he goes, good, I should be. I'm a redeemer. All right, so La Pacificadorita. All right, La Pacificadorita, you lead the way. I'm feeling new. Let's go strut.
Let's do it.
And that is where we will end today's episode of Edge of Legend. The time has come. We have to say goodbye, but what an amazing chance to throw a cliffhanger in there. So yeah, next time we show up, it will be 2021. The next time we see you. That's amazing. We'll start off 2021 with this amazing opportunity for these players to attack the king, the baron, maybe learn more about what the goblins are doing down the long road. So until then, let's say our goodbyes. Michael Powell, tell them who you are and where we can find you on this sweet thing we call the internet.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which are at Mr. Kapow, that's MRKAPAO, or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell does stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, such as my YouTube channel, which is Fantastic Tales of Adventure. And on Thursdays, I'm on the Toyzilla Network on Toyzilla Live, where I'm one of the hosts of a show where we talk about toy news and more.
Absolutely awesome to hear, as always. Kylie, tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. Y'all crack me up. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good jazz. I will be a part of a D&D campaign starting January 9th, hopefully. I will be playing a half-orc, and her name is Sabi, and she's the daughter of the town's general, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Come check it out.
I cannot wait to see that. I don't know if you know this, but I have a soft spot for half-orc women and military personnel. Who would have thought? Sam, tell us who you are, where we can find you on that amazing internet.
Hello, I'm Sam Sterling, and you can find me at Hey Sam Sterling on all the places. Thanks for a great 2020, guys. It's been a rough year, but it's so nice to see y'all every week, and all y'all in the chat whose usernames I see every week. I love you guys. Thank you for your bits, for your happiness and your joy, and yeah, great year, everyone.
Absolutely. Sidney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello. My name is Sidney, and you can find me on the internet at Sidney Rubino. I am on Instagram. I am on Twitter. I am on TikTok. You can find me all on all of those. And I also have a YouTube channel where every Tuesday I read stories out loud. So if you like listening to stories and myths and lore and things like that, come join me over there. Yeah. Thank you for being here. It's crazy because we started the show in the summer, and now we've been doing it for however many months, and it's crazy. And it's also crazy to see the kind of relationships that we've built through it, because I didn't know any of these people except for PJ at the beginning, and now I can all say that they're wonderful human beings, and they're some of my closest friends. And so are you. Thanks.
Hey everyone, you know me. I'm PJ Megaw. I'm all over the internet at pj.megaw. When I'm not here with these monumentous, splendiferous people, I'm on all over the internet at pj.megaw. I'm even on TikTok at pj.megaw, and I'm gonna try and do a few more videos to wrap up December Dad and then start the new year with something new. Who knows? Maybe something to do with like this little fuzzy guy. I'll try to figure it out. Who knows? Let's have adventures. And also, I am back at the table with my boys. Them boys are back in town, and we're talking about all kinds of stuff. On Tuesday, we built a whole cool organization and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So look forward to that in 2021. Just more of this same. And I want to take a quick minute to shout out to you, the legends in the chat. I have been blessed to have these amazing performers believe in this show and love and believe in each other, and producers that we work tirelessly with off camera who do the same, believe in us, work for us, and this has been a blessing. From Azimuth or God or Odin, whatever you want to say, I have been truly blessed, and I've been equally blessed to have you absolute legends. And I know 2020 has been an absolute garbage fire, but this is Edge of Legend. We're heroes, all shapes, sizes, colors, and sexual orientations. We are heroes who stand triumphantly into the abyss and scream in challenge of the death that comes to us, and we smile. No legend has ever been built on a farm living an easy life with no challenges. So I want you to know, going into 2021, that the Force is with us. That the Darth Vader is dark and strong and the Stormtroopers are all about us. But that is what makes us pick up our lightsaber and show the galaxy what we're made of. You absolute legends of the chat, I love you all. Remember, be bold, be brave, be unafraid. We have 365 opportunities to seize the day. Carpe diem, nothing is held back. I love you, and I will see you next time. Same Nat time, same Nat channel. Godspeed.
This is beautiful. Should I
I
go
know,
get my
I
lightsaber?
I cried.
Yes! The Force is
Wait,
with
you have a lightsaber?
I'm a Jedi. The Force is with me.
Y'all have been this close to just cracking the deal and just giving my money to get a lightsaber.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
Supposed to
Oh.
be red, but it's like pink.
It looks
Hey.
red on camera.
It does.
It does.
Michael,
Oh.
what is that?
It's
It's
my
raid.
this is my custom made
Ooh.
two-handed lightsaber.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's just a
Very,
hilt
very
though.
nice. Oh, speaking of Dark Lords of the Sith, Michael, who are we raiding tonight?
We are rating Captain Robert. I'm gonna try it on my end. If not, I'm gonna make you do it.
Yep, I'm already prepping. I'm already prepping the raid.
Okay, I don't have permission to perform that action, so you're doing it.
Okay, that drives me crazy because I made you an editor and an admin. That is some BS, Twitch. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so it's Captain Robert.
So
How do we
Captain
spell that?
R.O. Bear.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see if that's all good. All right, so we're going to be just getting a big tally of everyone. We're going to be raiding pretty soon here. Thank you very much, audience, for 35, I think 35 or 36 amazing episodes. Is my count correct? Probably not, but hey, I'll take
Oh,
it.
and by the way, Adam Generator, not everybody wants to be a Jedi. Myself, Mandalorian.
Hey, same. Think of it this way. What is a Mandalorian if not a warrior who tests themselves, and when they win, this is the way. This is the way.
Money.
You gotta be
Money.
tested. You cannot have great skill if you're not tested. Okay, I think it's enough metaphors for one night. We're gonna raid in 3, 2, 1, click. And we are raiding.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Raid.
I think I know what happened. I have to be on our stream to raid.
Oh, and at the table?
No, I have to be actually on the Nat 20 production stream to raid because I was actually on their stream trying to raid.
That would make sense. Okay. That
Well,
makes
you
sense.
learned something.
Yeah.
What an episode. I didn't even realize it was 11. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tonight really flew by, didn't it?
It did.
Real quick, is
Was it-
this the thumping that you were hearing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's how my mic cord is. I'll fix it for next time.
okay.
It's okay. It was just,
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't know what it was because I didn't see anyone touching their microphone. And I was like, am I going insane?
I couldn't tell if it was me or if it was something else, but it's definitely my cord hangs down and then like my thigh hits it. Yeah, it just needs to get
Sam, is yours
reassessed.
a custom saber or is that a saber forge?
I don't know. It was a gift.
Okay.
So it was a gift from somebody who has 7 lightsabers.
Holy
Cool.
shit.
So I'm assuming it was like a relatively low cost one. And that's why it's pink. Sometimes when I like slap it, it turns a different color.
You hold up the hilt.
That's cool.
I think that is Ultra Saber.
Ultra Saber.
Oh yeah, they do good work. I'm trying to remember if theirs can actually make contact or not.
They can. Oh, if you
They
get the right
can.
blade, they can.
Okay.
He said it
They
They
was.
can do even your minor ones. They can be used as stunt sabers, and so it's light combat. I've been looking into this a lot recently because I asked one for Christmas, but I got a sword instead, so that's pretty cool.
Oh,
you
Anyway,
go.
good.
Wait
There
for
you go.
holidays. They usually get 20 to 25% off. That's how I got mine pretty cheap.
Yeah, for Bryn for Christmas, I have commissioned someone to make a two-handed sword for her LARP character.
Oh, PJ.
Wonderful.
Oh, you are the
Yes.
best.
It's gonna take forever. Hopefully, the weapon can get done before she actually goes. Because I would love it if her character arrived with the blade of Redmayne, because her name is Cecilia Redmayne.
Oh.